Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys back in the stream here tonight as we got game number 2 with the first round of the NBA playoffs getting ready to tip off in a couple minutes from now. The Phoenix Suns taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, number 6 seed versus the 3 seed. And Minnesota picked up a big victory on Saturday afternoon in game number 1, 120-95, as they were dominant on rebounds, points in the paint, bench points. The T-Wolves had Anthony Edwards take over the third quarter. He scored 18 out of his 33 points total in the third. Went 14 for 24 from the floor, 4 for 8 from 3 for Edwards, taking control of this second half. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Minnesota by a landslide on the glass in game 1, 52-28. They were plus 24 to rebounds. And also they led bench points 41-18. Offensive rebounds, they were plus 10 as well, 13-3. Just a dominant performance for Minnesota. It was close throughout the first quarter. Started to run away with it, though, in the second quarter. And the depth for the T-Wolves was just too much for the Suns to handle in the last game. Kevin Durant, he had 31. He went off for 11 for 17 shooting. Almost scored a third of the team's points for Phoenix, but Devin Booker really struggled at 18 points. 11 missed shots, though, and 5 for 16 from the floor. Bradley Beal at 15. And in order to win this game for Phoenix, they're going to have all three guys part of their big three range between 20 to 30 plus points, most likely, in this series, if they're gonna pick up victories, because they're just so thin with their bench. Royce O'Neal, he had 14 in the last game. They had just 4 total players in double figures scoring. O'Neal was the only member outside the big three that reached the double-digit mark. Yusuf Nurkic on the glass really struggled. He got quadrupled by Rudy Gobert. For Minnesota, Gobert had 16 rebounds in game 1 of the series. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here. What's good? No Ego. Daniel, welcome to the stream. Thanks all for joining in. And the better seed has won every single game so far in the playoffs. That continued last night. Jamal Murray hit a buzzer beater shot to pick up the win for the Nuggets over the Lakers last night. Denver was trailing as many by 20 at one point in that game, 68-48. They came back and and lost that one. Should the Lakers try to get Trey? I'll say no. Right there for Trey. I I think I've heard there's a lot of locker room issues with him for Atlanta, so I don't know if the Hawks can even like try to trade him away or so, because he's got like so much power with that organization that he's trying to make that franchise his own, but it's not going out so well. So yeah, it would not go so well with LeBron. I feel like if the Lakers tried to trade for Trey, because Trey is ball dominant constantly, and it's not really working out between him and Murray, with two guys that need the basketball often. So thanks all for waiting. So we're just patiently waiting to tip this one off very, very soon. The T-Wolves boast the top defense in the league this season, and they were able to shut down Phoenix in the last game of the 120-95 victory. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he was strong off the bench. He had 18 off the bench with 4 steals. He was a plus 28 on the floor, the largest plus minus. Naz Reid had 12 off the bench as well. They got a lot of good players off the bench here for Minnesota, the much deeper team in the series. So 3 games tonight in the association. No lower seed has won so far. The Lakers had a chance to do so last night and blew a 20-point lead. And also Philadelphia, that was a crazy collapse yesterday. I covered that game. That was my last stream last night. Philadelphia led by 5 with 45 seconds left to go. And then they botched the inbound. New York jacked up the game-leading 3 off the botched inbound. They had a timeout as well for Philadelphia when they coughed up the inbound. Just a wild finish to that game. New York, in a 45-second span, went on an 8-zip run to close out the game and win last night over Philly. So Suns versus T-Wolves tipping off in a couple minutes from now. Pacers will tip off against the Bucks in around an hour from now. And then Mavs versus Clippers is the late game tonight. So we'll see if finally somebody can come through and pick up an upset, as there's yet to be an upset so far in any of these series games. The better seed has won each and every single one of these games. Giannis, by the way, is not playing tonight for Milwaukee in that game. So Kawhi in the late game tonight for the Clippers. He's a game time decision for him. So they just showed him on the screen rolling up to the arena for Kawhi, but it's been announced that he's a game time call tonight for game 2. Feel free to hit us up in the chat who you want to win this one tonight here. Phoenix or Minnesota, type it in. And make sure to vote out that poll as well, who you guys would like to win here, Suns or T-Wolves. Hey, what's good? Jeffrey in the street, welcome in, man. Sorry to hear about your loss today. Hey, there we go. So, Block Island coming to play Jamestown for baseball. That's awesome. Joey, welcome back to the stream, man. Yeah, being up 1-0 in the series, Kawhi should rest. And, Giannis got held out once again. I think it's going to be a while before he comes back. Not really much for like his timetable on this series, but yeah, both of those teams up 1-0 in a series. Hey JD, welcome back in, man. Just waiting to tip this one off. A couple more minutes from now, we'll have Minnesota against Phoenix here. Minnesota crushed Phoenix in bench points the last game, 41-18. They're going to have to get the best players possible tonight from their big three to have any chance, plus other guys off the bench. Kevin Durant had a really solid game. He had 31, but Booker struggled. Just 18 on 11 missed shots from the floor. Beal had 15. And, yeah, they're going to need 25 to 30 plus from the big three each. This is just a really, really solid defensive unit for Minnesota. Yeah, the East has just been derailed by injuries this year. Hey, what's good? Clean Music Lover, welcome back in, man. Yeah, so every single team that's been the better seed has won every single game. So all 11 games has gone to the better seed so far. And just massive collapses there at the end. The Lakers were up by 20, lost yesterday. And then a 5-point lead by Philadelphia, 45 seconds left to go. And Knicks closed it out on an 8-zip run. That was just wild. Yeah, Anthony Davis, after he contested a shot, he fell backwards right into Denver's bench, and he was right in the middle of the Nuggets celebration after Murray got the game winner. Yeah, wild night of basketball last night. The last two games, holy smokes. I covered the Knicks Sixers game last night. That was the most wild 45 seconds ever that I've ever covered before. Philadelphia, the sad part about it for Philly was that they had a timeout left as well. And then it was announced earlier today because Tyrese Maxey won Most Improved Player of the Year. It was announced by the NBA on TNT crew before the start here in the pregame. And the league report came in too, which the league report had 2 fouls committed by New York in the final 30 seconds of the game. Hey, there we go. That's awesome. So, Clean Music Lover going 4 for 5 there. Got Bogdanovich with the double digits. Just hoping that this one can at least be competitive, because the last game was not. Minnesota ran away with it in the second quarter, and Edwards took over in the third. 18 points for Anthony Edwards in the third, finished up with 33 total in the last game, just completely took over. Just Minnesota's so much deeper though than Phoenix. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he produced for 4 steals. He scored 18 points. He was plus 28 off the bench. Naz Reid, constant producer on the team in the second unit. This is the worry here for Phoenix, is that they just haven't been able to upgrade their depth because they rely heavily on 3 big stars to do the work: KD, Booker, and Beal. And those guys basically have to be perfect and have to score as many points as possible between that trio. Oh, I got you there. Yep, yeah. Yeah, I remember he had those two threes, but he barely played yesterday for him. Hey, there we go. Anthony Edwards entering the chat right now. Looking to see you ball out once again tonight, man. Very shortly, we're going to tip this thing off. I think we've been going like 15 minutes past the bottom of the hour for tip-offs. Usually TNT's gone like 4 minutes past the hour, but it's been dragging on with a pregame this year for some reason. We see that for ESPN. ESPN doesn't tip off till like 15 minutes, 20 minutes sometimes in the finals for like the bottom of the hour, the top of the hour, whatever the scheduled time is. But yeah, TNT's been later recently with their tip times too. Hey, what's good, Riley? Welcome in, man. Minnesota picking up a Game 1 win Saturday afternoon, 120-95. Looking to see if they can keep it rolling, up 1-0 in this series. Phoenix looking to be the first team to bounce back and pick up a win as an underdog in the series, or a lower seed in this series, because the better seed has won every single game so far, all 11. And that looked like it was going to change yesterday, but two massive comeback wins from yesterday's action. New York and Denver providing a spark late to pick up the W and improve to 2-0 in each of those series matchups. Hey, good evening, Charlize on the stream. Welcome back in. Minnesota comes in as a 2.5-point favorite tonight on the line. Over under set at 211.5. A lot of these games have been going under. Like, all the defenses has started to come alive throughout the playoffs. That Cleveland Magic series, that is under 200, I believe, for the over under. No, this is not my full-time job. Only something that I do on the side when I have time off. Yeah, so this is not my full-time job. Wouldn't be enough to pay the bills. You have to have like 100,000 plus subscribers to be able to start to make something that could at least like pay some sort of the bills on YouTube. Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Kevin Durant, Yusuf Nurkic, the starting five for Phoenix. Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, the starting five for Minnesota. Looking to see some big boy physical basketball tonight on display for this one. Minnesota white jerseys, blue numbers, blue letters. They go with a green outline for this matchup. And Phoenix back with their purple uniforms for tonight's matchup here for the Suns. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well, as we're about to tip off here in just a moment. Suns versus T-Wolves, game number 2 on the line. Hey, Ren Jeff, welcome in, man. Yeah, I wanted to spread them out or so, and because I covered this stream on, or these two teams on Saturday, wanted to do it again at night to like spread out the teams and cover as many teams as possible. And here we go as we are underway, and Phoenix controls the opening tip. Suns with possession first, right to left on the floor. Grayson Allen sends it off to Nurkic. Nurkic at the elbow as he works on Gobert. Moves it off to Durant. Jumper, 15-footer, no good. Off the back rim, missed. Rebound secured here by Cat for Minnesota. So first possession right now for the T-Wolves as we begin in action right now. Minnesota the 3 seed, Phoenix the 6 seed. Minnesota picked up a monster win in game number 1, 120-95. McDaniels at the top. He drives up to the low block. McDaniels, right corner, gets past Nurkic. McDaniels jumper inside the key, rattled out, tipped up, and the rebound controlled in the corner by Allen. Hey, what's good? Jose in the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for joining in from the Philippines, man. Nurkic on top. We're working on Gobert. Hand off to Beal. Beal brings along a double team. Gets the way off to Booker. Steps into a 3. Bricked off the rim. No good. A rebound secure by Edwards. Devin Booker only 18 points on 5 for 16 shooting in game number 1. Edwards at the top. Double team. Passes out to the left corner. McDaniels gets it outside to Towns. Towns attacks inside the paint. Swung down. No call by the referees with his hands up in the air. Looking for the foul call. A ton of contact, but the refs have them play on. Booker takes up the floor. He turned it over. Scoreless here to begin this game. First minute 20 plus of action. So yeah, my real job, I work in radio for production for my full-time job, so I work during the day, 40 plus hours usually a week, plus I have a lot of other stuff that I do on the side as well. Conley attacks right to the rim, and he scores the layup. First bucket of the game for Minnesota. On top, it goes to Allen. Slides it off to Durant. Durant around the perimeter. He's guarded by Towns here on the outside. Durant sends it off to Allen. Back outside Durant. Durant up fake. Dribbles up. Jumper. Mid-range. KD missed off the mark. No good as Gobert collects the defensive rebound. T-Wolves up 2-0. Defensive game so far. 1 for 6 combined from the floor for these two teams. Edwards around the Gobert screen. Takes the 3. It's a laser beam. Lights it up for the triple by Anthony Edwards. Bradley, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Anthony Edwards on the board. Bounce pass goes from Beal to Nurkic, and he lost it. Turnover. Inside the key outlet pass ahead. Edwards off to McDaniels. Tried to throw down the duck, and he got fouled. Jalen McDaniels will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line, and right out of the gate. Excellent start for Minnesota. And this will be a blocking foul picked up, charge to Durant. Yeah, thanks for joining in, Jose. Glad to have all you guys in the stream today. Physicality starting to pick up right now on the floor. If you're new on the channel here, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well, as we're just getting started tonight for this one. McDaniels, first free throw is good. Quick 6-0 lead here for the T-Wolves. What's good? Diamond McCrowd, welcome back in from Germany. Second free throw missed off the mark by McDaniels. Now Phoenix just needing some sort of offense right now. Yet to find anything that's gone into the bucket. Nurkic, terrible pass, turns it over. They had 15 turnovers in the last game for Phoenix. A fastball fired down low. Conley, McDaniels shovels underneath to the 2-handed flush by Gobert. 8-0 and a timeout taken to the floor by Phoenix. What a start here for the home team. In game 2 of the series for the T-Wolves right now. Phoenix out of all sorts for them offensively. Back-to-back turnovers resulting in points in the scoreboard for Minnesota. Wow, what a rough start for Phoenix. Just really disappointing for them. A lot of people had the Suns as like a sleeper type of team to come out of the West for some people. And right now, this is not looking good to begin this game. Durant shooting 0 for 2. Booker missed his lone jumper. 0 for 3 as a team, and 3 turnovers for Phoenix. 2 straight turnovers in a row that they have right now. Minnesota just straight up capitalizing off of those turnovers, pushing it in transition. 4 zip points in the paint, 5-0 points off turnovers. Playoffs started, the actual first round started on Saturday. So we're just getting started here. 9:12 left to go in the first. And if you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. And looking like early on, the passing of the torch right now. Anthony Edwards with a big-time 3. off a screen set by Gobert earlier on in this game, but there was a picture that was posted on social media from ESPN, and it had how like times have changed, with a picture of Edwards next to Durant, and Edwards looking happy, and KD not so much after that game number 1. It looks like the passing of the torch from KD over to Edwards to be another generational type superstar here in the future, with Anthony Edwards just taking over games. Absolutely him for Edwards, and man, cannot wait to see what he has to offer year after year throughout his future for Edwards. Great start for him with a 3, and KD yet to get going so far. Alex in the stream, welcome in, man. Just a devastating start for Phoenix. They've already called a timeout, not even 3 minutes into the game. 8-zip Minnesota. Phoenix with 2 straight turnovers in a row, some pretty bad turnovers. In the process, they have 3 turnovers. They missed 3 shots, and the T-Wolves have capitalized for 5 points off of those Phoenix turnovers so far. Hey, what's good, Raphael? Welcome back in. Alex in the channel. Welcome aboard, man. So here we go, about to get back to action. 9:12 left to go in the first. Phoenix with the basketball right to left on the floor. Nurkic takes up the court, hands it off to Booker. Booker turns the corner, drives inside the paint, works on McDaniels. Bounce pass goes off to Durant. Durant, jumper, mid-range over Towns. Missed off the front rim, no good. Durant's 0 for 3 shooting right now. Rebound control by Cat from Minnesota. Edwards accelerates, top of the free throw circle, bounce pass Cat, handoff Edwards. Edwards elevates for the J, over Durant, missed off the rim, no good. Durant collects the defensive rebound. KD sends it up to Booker off the floor. 0 for 4 shooting right now for Phoenix. Minnesota 3 for 6. Top of the free throw circle, Nurkic, handoff to Beal. Shot clock's down to 10. Beal at the right elbow. Beal looks to pass it off. He's guarded by Gobert. Moves it across to Booker. Back to Beal. Beal. Shot clock's down to 2. Driving. Bounce pass left corner. Allen launches a fall-away 3. And it rattles in. Degree of difficulty. Tough right there in a quarter 3. But Grayson Allen accounting for the first 3 points on the board for Phoenix. 8:10 left to go in the first. The lob gets sent to Cat. Cat brings along the double. Cat gives it outside into the hands to Conley, and Cat got called in the travel. So as the double came for Phoenix, Cat traveled off the spin move with the basketball before he passed it off to Conley, so that's a turnover committed by Cat. Yeah, I actually have Phoenix bouncing back tonight in this game to even it up at 1. Not a good look right now for the Suns. Still got a long way left to go, though. Nurkic moves it outside to Beal. Beal dribbles up, jumper, deep 2 at the elbow. That is well off the mark, no good, as it came off the rim shorts. Going for way too many deep jumpers, and they're missing. Entry pass down low. Double teamed as Gobert lost it, but it'll result in a reach and fall charge to Allen. So Grayson Allen picks up the reach and foul. Yeah, I think we're finally going to see at least one of the teams tonight. We should see a team bounce back tonight. That's the lower seed. I would say Dallas, in my opinion, for the most likely team to bounce back. I like the Mavs out of the grouping of Phoenix, Indiana, or Dallas. If you had to pick one of those teams, I would choose Dallas to bounce back tonight as my highest lock. We'll see what happens. Dallas they shot the ball terrible from 3 in game 1. Oh, wow, I did not hear that. So they already released that schedule. That's awesome. So PC is going to take on BYU next year. Wow. Missed jumper on the deep 2 for the Suns. The Suns right now are stone cold in this game. Lucky for them, their defense has somewhat kept them in. Right now, Edwards at the right wing as he's defended by Durant 101. Edwards at the target center logo. They bring along a double with Nurkic. Edwards gets it away from his hands off the cap. Pops up, shoots the 3. No good. Skidded off the front rim and it goes out of bounds. A lot of poor shot selections here. Mario, welcome back in, man. Hope all is going well. Hopefully work went well for you today, man. Inbound goes to Beal in the corner. Almost lost it as he got trapped in a near side corner of the backcourt, but able to cross the midcourt logo. Nurkic puts the ball into the hands to Beal. Bounce pass goes out to the elbow. Durant fires the fastball down low. Right-handed hook shot. Nurkic puts it into the bucket for 2. So 5 of the board now for Phoenix, and both of the baskets scored by neither any player from the big 3. Grayson Allen drilled a 3, and Nurkic got a right-handed hook shot to drop. Edwards push pass left corner, wide open 3, no good. Bricked off the back rim by McDaniels. Rebound tip to Nurkic. Up the floor, here goes Grayson Allen. He lost it. Ball gets pickpocketed. Gobert up the floor himself off the steal. Huge collision as Gobert crashes right into Nurkic. Floats up the shot. And the referees will roll it. Offensive foul, though, charged to Rudy as he bulldozes Nurkic over. They will not count the buckets. 8-5 with 6:13 remaining. Rudy Gobert with the handles up the floor, dribbling and taking it up in transition. But he crashed right into Nurkic. Nurkic, for the time being, picked up the charge. So this is going to be an offensive foul committed by Rudy Gobert. I believe Chris Finch, though, is going to challenge this one. So Minnesota takes the timeout. I believe it's going to be a challenge for Minnesota right now. Yeah, all 11 games the home teams won. What's good, Uncle Pizzle on the stream? Welcome in. Oh, man, just a crusher for you. Damn, brother. That was a tough one last night there. Yeah, Darvin Ham. Oh, man. There's another YouTuber where he goes off about Darvin Ham in his videos, and he says that Darvin Ham isn't making any of his life easier to be living anytime soon. It's going to be that bad when the Lakers are blowing double-digit leads like Darvin Ham's done. 8-5. We're awaiting a challenge on the floor here. So Minnesota is challenging this call. Rudy Gobert made the shot. Initially, it was rolled an offensive foul, though, by Gobert as he ran over Nurkic inside the key. We'll see if this is going to stand or if it's going to be reversed. Actually, if it gets reversed, this will be an and one play here if they do reverse it. So this is a big call right now on the floor. So Minnesota did challenge the call. So just awaiting about the challenge right now since we're in the timeouts. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well on the channel here. What's good? Mushroom on the stream, welcome in. Yeah, what a wild game yesterday. So I covered last night the Sixers against Knicks. That was a crazy finish. What happened in the final 45 seconds. Philadelphia blew a 5-point lead, and Knicks closed out the last 45 seconds in an 8-zip run. And then the Lakers were up by 20 last night, 68-48. The Nuggets came back. Jamal Murray hit the game-winning jumper over AD at the buzzer. And just a wild night for the final 2 games to finish. Got 6:13 left to go in the first quarter here. Just waiting to get back to action, and we'll see if this does stand or if it's going to be reversed right now. And I see a 10 on the scoreboard, so that is good. So they have reversed the foul call on the offensive foul committed by Gobert. They will count the bucket for Gobert and say that Nurkic picked up a shooting foul. So 6:13 left to go in the first, and he'll have a free throw. That's huge right there. Yeah, I'm not going to be ripping at the Lakers fans. I'm going to be ripping at Darvin Ham specifically because he is millions and millions of miles worse as a head coach compared to Joe Mazzulla. Wow. So a missed free throw by Gobert. It was an offensive rebound by McDaniels out of the pack, and McDaniels put one up, and he got fouled. The basketball actually went to the top of the backboard by McDaniels going up on the shot, but he got fouled. Yeah, he went up, and the ball behind him, it was Durant who picked up the foul. So KD now, that's his second. So Durant now with 2 quick personal fouls, not even midway into this quarter. First one is good at the line by McDaniels. Not a good sign for Phoenix right now. Foul trouble. KD breaking shots, yet to score 0 for 3. 2 personal fouls for him. Second free throw is good by McDaniels. 7-point lead for Minnesota. That's a big swing in the game. They've got 9 points via Phoenix turnovers so far in this one. Ooh, Beal almost stepped out of bounds there at the baseline as he was tiptoeing. Leaner over Gobert. Missed off the glass, no good. Tipped up by Nurkic, and it got deflected out of bounds off of Edwards. Hey, there you go, Mushroom. Yeah, I can't tell like the profile pictures from here when I'm reading it because it's so small. It comes up in like a smaller circle for me. Nurkic down low, powers his way right to the rim. He scores up and off the glass, good for 2. So he's got 4 out of the 7. Grayson Allen has the other 3. Nobody from the big 3 has scored midway through the first here. On the far side of the floor, Phoenix with a possession, and Booker commits the reach-in foul. Foul trouble currently. Durant with 2. Booker just picked up his first. Nurkic has 1. This results in an inbound for Minnesota. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, first time on the floor. Jumper drills the 2. Bench points there for the T-Wolves. Nickeil was excellent. Game 1 of the series really delivered coming off the bench. He had 18 points, 4 steals. He was a plus 28. Greatest plus-minus on the floor. There's a jumper from the wing. Missed off the mark by Booker. Tipped out to the far side. The perimeter goes out of bounds, and that's out of bounds. Tipped off of Phoenix. Lack of effort right now for the Suns. Nobody tracked down that loose ball. They thought it was tipped out of bounds for Minnesota. Nobody was going after that 50-50 ball tapped outside as it sailed out of bounds, and it was off of Phoenix according to the officials. Edwards swings it off to the corner. Naz Reid moves it across the floor. Alexander Walker accelerates, shovels the pass down low. Underneath, off to Gobert. He scores up and off the glass. Good for 2 more. 16-7 right now. That's Nickeil Alexander-Walker with back-to-back possessions where he has been able to be a part of the scoring somehow, some way. A jumper with a deep 2 and records the assist off the shovel pass. Durant, follow-away shot. Durant bumped into and fouled by Edwards. So Edwards picks up his first personal foul now. Just 7 points by Phoenix with 4:32 left to go. This will result in an inbound for the Suns. The top defense in the league showing up in the big way in this first quarter. Bounce pass goes to Durant. Rises for the jumper. Followaways. He swooshes it. So KD is now on the board as he hits the deep 2 baseline jumper. Top of the key. Gobert, handoff, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nickeil floats up the runner, bricked off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by O'Neal here for Phoenix. Up the floor, finds Booker, transition 3. Came up short off the rim, came up with his own rebound. Up fake, Booker underneath. Booker through the contact, scores up and in. It's good, plus the foul. That helps out the cause right there for Phoenix as he gets clipped by Naz Reid in the process, and Reid picks up the shooting foul. Yeah, Booker knew automatically it came up short. Came up for his own offensive rebound and then was able to go up for an up fake, get Reid, and he drew the contact from Reid there. Wow, so yeah, Lakers against Magic. Throwback right there. Hey, that's a big win for Arsenal today for Uncle Pizzle's team. The free throw was good by Booker. 3-point play complete. Reed down low to the rim. Missed the layup off the top of the glass. Nurkic collects the defensive rebound. First time on the floor for number 23, Eric Gordon right now for Phoenix. Durant, he's on the floor with Gordon, Nurkic, O'Neal, and Booker. The lob went to the wrong player. That's a turnover. Durant on a bad pass as he tried to send it off to Nurkic, and Gobert snagged it, intercepted it. Edwards at the top. Edwards slows down possession. It's Edwards, McDaniels, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Oh, nice pass down low. Wide open with a dunk. It's Gobert as it gets assisted by McDaniels. 18-12 right now with a timeout taken on the floor by Phoenix once again with 3:14 remaining in the first. Nothing going right for the Suns right now to begin this game. In Minnesota, that 6-point lead feels more like double digits based on their defense. 18-12. It's not really that close right now. This has just been a sloppy game all around by Phoenix. They trail by 9. They've turned it over 5 times. Minnesota's got 11 points off of turnovers. They've just looked out of sync this entire game. Durant's got 2. He's got 2 fouls as well. 1 for 4 shooting. Booker has 3. He's 1 for 5. Bradley Beal's yet to even score. 0 for 2. And yeah, that's not a good sign when everybody from the big 3 is struggling in this game. The top scorer is Nurkic. He has 4 for Phoenix. They need those guys from the big 3 to be getting 25, 30-plus points each if they want to have a chance, because 18 and 15 like Booker and Beal did in Game 1, that's not going to cut it. Plus, you need other guys from the bench, too. And they have 0 bench points right now. Gobert's got 8. He's the top scorer. Perfect 4 for 4 from the floor. Edwards with 3. McDaniels with 3. Vegas, what's good? Welcome back in, man. Derby, welcome back in the stream. Just way too deep for Minnesota compared to Phoenix. And Phoenix yet to get any sort of their star power going. 6-point lead, approaching 3 minutes left to go in the first here. Durant with a possession. Bounce pass to Booker. Bobbled it, got it back though. Booker's guarded by Towns 1-on-1. Booker, step back jumper, deep 2. Swoosh! There we go. Now it's a 4-point game. So Devin Booker finally able to ride some sort of momentum right now as he was able to hit the deep 2 step back J. Nickeil Alexander-Walker sends it off to Edwards. Edwards dribbles, drives, accelerates the rim, and absorbs the contact and the foul. It's going to be on Eric Gordon here, which stops the clock with 2:39, and they're now in the bonus. So Edwards going to shoot 2 at the line. Oh, man, brother, sorry to hear that, Vegas. Send my thoughts and prayers out to you, man, and stay positive there, and hoping things get better real soon. I hear you there, brother. Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, my girlfriend right now is going through really, she's had a tough day today for her. So she had to go someplace. She was kind of like unfamiliar with the area, and she had to gas up too. She went to the gas station, and she accidentally put diesel in her car, which she has a Toyota she has a Toyota Camry, which then her car broke down like 2-3 minutes later, so she had to get it towed back. So she's without a car currently right now. Just yeah, she had a really tough day. She had a couple things go wrong before that, because she does like a lot of film work, and the people that she had work for her in the film work, I guess, like frustrated her because they had like all the camera shots wrong and stuff. So that didn't help out the cause at all for like her day. And now her car's in the body shop right now being worked on and stuff to see if they can they're gonna have to pump out the entire fuel for it to make sure that it didn't wreck the engine or anything. They split the free throws of the line there for Booker. 20-15 right now. Franklin, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, taking the Suns in this one. Hit us up out in the chat who you guys like tonight in this one here. Suns or T-Wolves. Nikhil attacks downhill over Eubanks. Missed off the glass, no good. Rebound secured here by Phoenix as they take it quickly up the floor. Gordon rejected from behind. Wasn't clean, though, as he got fouled off the backside of the play by Edwards. And this will be shots here coming up at the free throw line for Eric Gordon with 2 free throws. So 2 shots here by Gordon. 2:01 left to go in the first, and the first one's good. Creeping up right now after a really, really just poor start for Phoenix. They're starting to creep up. Second shot is good. T-Wolves with possession here with Edwards. So we get a 3-point game currently, and away from the basketball, Neal picks up the foul. And ticky-tack here with some of these fouls recently in this one. So Cat will head to the free throw line. They're in the bonus for Minnesota, so that was away from the basketball charged to Phoenix, and this will send Cat to the free throw line here. 1:53 left to go in the first. First one's good. Cat will have a second free throw coming up. Free throw number 2. It's up. It's good. Yeah, as soon as I said like stuff is like not like a good day or so, my stats laptop right now started to it had some trouble a couple weeks ago with the fan or so. It's from time to time I have to clean out the fan, and I just heard it buzz once again right now as they came up with the offensive rebound by Gordon. Took it a distance with a two-handed flush. 3-point game currently right now. Under a minute and a half left to go in the first. Edwards drives, accelerates, kick out to the corner, touch pass out to the wing. Wide open 3. Naz Reid came off the rim short. Booker collects the defensive rebounds. 12-6 run by Phoenix, last 3 minutes plus right now. Defensive grind of a battle here. Booker has it at the left wing. Booker dribbles up, backs his way inside to keep. Booker, turnaround jumper, mid-range, came off the rim short. Edwards collects the defensive board. Final minute left to go in the first. Edwards dribbles, drives, double team sandwich, bumped into. No call with the referees. Bodies tangled up all over the place as Cat goes down. Booker goes down, and Booker went down hard at the baseline as the clock will stop with 53.9. Got bodies flying all over the place right now. Booker needs a moment to get himself up. This game's got absolutely just no pace, no rhythm. Nothing to it so far to begin this game. It's just been just an all-out bloodbath. Just so out of sync with the offenses in this game right now. Cat just picked up his 3rd foul. So he has to take a seat on the bench currently. That is number 3 by Cat in the first quarter. Foul trouble looks like this. Cat's got 3, and then Phoenix with 2 by Durant. Everybody else in the game has either got 1 or 0. Right now, Booker shooting 2 shots in the bonus. First one's good. First of all, I don't know how that wasn't a foul. Edwards got sandwiched off of a double team, and the referees didn't call it. And then Cat came flying in, got called into over the back, and he hit Booker on the back of the head. That's why Booker went down. Booker went down hard as Cat just like came flying in, got called into over the back. The free throw is good by Booker. 22-21 now, with 53 seconds left to go in the quarter. Minnesota led by 9, and now Cat in deep foul trouble midway to 6 for personal fouls with 3. He's going to be sitting on the bench for a long time here in this first half. And that's a lost ball. Nikhil lost it. Eubanks heads up play, though. Tips it out of bounds off of Nikhil Alexander Walker. So this is going to stay Minnesota, or it's going to be Phoenix possession. It should be. It should be Phoenix possession unless Eubanks stepped out of bounds with it. No, that's clearly out of bounds off of Nikhil. Should be right there. Unless, oh, it's going to stay. Okay, it's going to stay Minnesota ball. It must have pinned off the backside, like grazed Eubanks. That's the reason why that's a turnover. Inbound, they couldn't handle it properly as it was a hot tamale from Minnesota, losing the inbound with number 23, Monty Morris. Phoenix with possession here. Loose ball, Beal lost it, bounce pass inside, got it back though with Eubanks. Somehow, some way that looked reminiscent of yesterday's play that Philadelphia lost, but somehow Phoenix got that one. Quarter 3 missed off the mark, no good by Gordon. Naz Reid collects the defensive rebound. Reid under 20 seconds left to go. Reid inside the key, had it poke loose. Stole away Gordon, push pass up the floor. Booker, bounce pass to the trailer. Missed the open slam dunk by Beal. Oh, Bradley Beal, that's a big U, missing a wide open slam dunk. Leads to the layup, good for 2 by Monty Morris for Minnesota. What a swing in the game to close out the first quarter. 24-21 Minnesota. Bradley Beal on a 2-on-1. Missed a slam dunk uncontested at the rim in transition. And then Minnesota flies up the floor and scores in the layup to take the lead at the end of 1 by 3. You gotta be kidding me. What a swing in this game right there. Beal missing a wide open layup as he went too strong off the back rim, bricking a layup. Or bricking a dunk. Breaking a slam dunk with a two-handed flush, and the ball sailed off the back iron. This has been just a comedy of turnovers in this game. There were 15 each by both of these teams in game 1, and we've stacked up on the turnovers once again. Going to get to that total once we get into this timeout break. Wow. This has been one of those games that's just been all but jumbled out of sorts right now. And Minnesota's led by Rudy Gobert with 8. 5 by Edwards currently. Edwards only has attempted 2 shots on 1 for 2 shooting in 12 minutes. And then 3 by McDaniels so far. That's Karl Anthony Towns is going to be on the bench for a long time. Cat's got 3 personal fouls in the first quarter, so he was on the bench towards the late stretch after he picked up his 3rd. Phoenix top scorer, Devin Booker, 8 points for him, just 2 for 7 shooting. Durant's only got 2 with 2 personal fouls. Yep, hopefully I'll get to say bang bang tonight for this game. Really hasn't been many threes. 1 for 5 from 3 by Phoenix, 1 for 4 by 3 from 3 for Minnesota. This has just been outrageous with the turnovers. 6 turnovers in the first quarter by Phoenix, 5 by Minnesota. Minnesota leads points off turnovers 11-0. The T-Wolves were up to begin this game as many by 9 points. Now Phoenix was able to battle back. Phoenix should have the lead right now. That should not be happening, that they missed a wide open slam dunk in a 2-on-1 transition play. They should have the lead 23-22. So if you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well here, as right now we're on our first break of the quarter, in between quarters here currently. Feel free to hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win tonight for this one here, Minnesota or Phoenix. So, Diamond McCrab going for U.S. finally to get gold there for this Olympics. They did last year for the Olympics. It was the FIBA World Cup, which they sent like the C team over to the FIBA World Cup. Lithuania and the Czech Republic he's got. Here we go, 24-21. That is a physical, gritty first quarter. Nurkic currently in the bench right now for Phoenix he's currently out there on the floor, actually. That's misleading because they had an interview with him earlier, but that interview is pre-recorded. That's why. So he's currently out there on the floor right now. 24-21. Phoenix has it around the perimeter. Gordon is on the floor with O'Neal, Allen, Nurkic, and Beal. Deep range three. Eric Gordon connects in a triple. 24 even right now. Finally, Phoenix is able to get this game back to even strength as they were down early and often. Naz Reid takes a three around the rim and out to Gordon, collects the defensive rebounds. Gordon bulldozes his way over a Minnesota player. They're going to roll a defensive foul charge to the T-Wolves around the wing. That's Monty Morris. Monty Morris picks up the personal. Yeah, I heard about that a couple hours ago, that Jokic's brother was in the crowd, and there's a video with punches thrown with his brother being involved in that scrum. Beal moves it off to the top of the key. Nurkic, handoff Beal, looking to take the lead first time tonight. No good. Beal missed off the glass spin move. Nurkic triple teamed underneath, couldn't convert, but he gets fouled. The clock just keeps on starting and stopping right now. Nurkic with a chance to take the lead for Phoenix here. Phoenix tonight has never led. Two shots at the free throw line for Nurkic. See if he could break the tie. First one, he bricked off the back rim, no good. Second shot here by Nurkic at the line. Came off the rim short. Offensive rebound. Naz Reid forgot to box out. Led to a wide open rebound from the backside by Allen. And they'll score the layup. So that is Nurkic. It's their first lead of the night. 26-24 Phoenix. Minnesota with possession. Morris swings it off to Gobert. Gobert spin move inside the key. Passes out to the top here. Monte Morris tries a three. Came off the rim short. Rebound control by Gordon for the Phoenix defense. Passing midcourt for Beal. Beal gallops here to the low block. Finds Nurkic. Wide open three straight away for the big fella. Bricked off the back rim. Offensive rebound goes to Royce O'Neal. Lost it. Turns it over. Here goes Minnesota up the floor. Attacking the paint. Conley shovels down low. Reid had it stripped. Reid went up. Reid got fouled though. So Grayson Allen picks up the shooting foul. And this will be two shots at the line coming up for Naz Reid for the T-Wolves. 9-2, second chance points in favor of Phoenix. They're 6-1 in the offensive glass. What a difference a game makes for Minnesota, or for Phoenix right now. Phoenix was really struggling in the glass in the last game. It was 52-28 rebounds in favor of Minnesota in game one. Right now, the Suns are +8 on the glass here in game two, 18-10 currently. Naz Reid at the free throw line. Yeah, that was unbelievable last night. Anthony Davis was right in the middle of the celebration at the end. Free throw number 2 is good. He missed the first one by Reid. 10 minutes left to play right now in the second. Durant's back into the game. Durant's only got 2 on 1 for 4 shooting, also 2 personal fouls, so he sat out for a large chunk of time in the second. Lob down low, underneath, wide open with Beal. He scores. Nobody on him. Entry pass there by Nurkic. Nurkic, who got torched in the glass, quadrupled by Gobert in game 1 tonight. He's making all the little plays for his team. Nurkic has 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists right now as Minnesota is able to respond with a bucket down low. 1 point game. Under 9.5 left to go before halftime. Beal dribbles up. Beal drives downhill with a left hand. Scoop score up and off the glass. Good for 2. Ice Ice Baby, welcome back in. Phoenix, after 0 things went correct in the first 6 minutes of this game where they were trailing by 9. They've started to hit the button to get into a rhythm, leading by 3 currently. Naz Reid sends it off to the right wing. Gobert at the elbow, dribbles up, guarded by Nurkic. Gobert moves it off to McDaniels. McDaniels turns the corner, floats up the shot, no good. Tipped it off the mark. Second chance though, as he shoves it in for 2 by McDaniels. Resilient possession. We got a 1-point game. 30-29 as we're down to 8:45 left to go before halftime. And Booker right now is at the scorer's table about to check into this game. That'll be during the next timeout. So next whistle, Booker will check in. 12-0, points off turnovers in favor of Minnesota. There's a 3, teed up by Beal, and he splashes it. 4-point lead for Phoenix, largest lead of the game right now. They've gone glass heavy tonight, +6 in the rebounds, 18-12 in their favor. Conley floats up the runner. Conley drops it in, good for 2, inside the key. 2-point game right now, going back and forth, back and forth. Currently, Edwards is on the bench at the moment for Minnesota. Durant on the floor alongside Allen, Nurkic, Gordon, and Beal. Booker at the scorer's table, about to check in during the next whistle. Durant off the turnaround scores, plus the foul. KD started to get going. Booker checks back on the floor right now as he re-enters the game. Durant one-on-one working on Jaden McDaniels as he backed his way inside the key. Put up the turnaround J. Absorbed the contact, made it, and won. And the free throw is good by Durant. So finally for Phoenix, everything's clicking right now. Durant up to 5. Slow start for these guys, but getting things back in order and taking care of the basketball recently. Edwards is back on the floor. It's Edwards, McDaniels, Gobert, Conley, and Monty Morris. Here's a 3 taken by Edwards at the wing. Missed off the back rim. No good. Durant, battle for the rebound, came down with it. As he was swarmed by McDaniels, it was loose, but KD was able to still corral it. Nurkic took it up the floor. Handoff off the screen. Grayson Allen with a 3, no good. Around the rim and out. 5-point advantage for Phoenix. Minnesota with a possession. Conley towards his left, dribbles up now, drives, got the ball poke loose, intercepted by Phoenix by Allen. Up the floor to get a 2-on-1. Booker attacks downhill to the rim, and we're going to have a foul here on the floor. It's going to be offensive, charged to Booker. So Monty Morris takes the charge. Devin Booker in a 2-on-1, stuck the basketball right to the bottom part of the chin to Monty Morris. Monty Morris taking the charge as Booker jabbed that basketball as he shoved it right into the bottom part of the chin right there. Drew the contact as Morris fell down on his backside. We'll have a timeout here on the floor. 7:17 left to go in the second. Physicality really ramping up in this game currently. The Suns, I believe they're going to take a look at this one and challenge it with a Devin Booker offensive foul. So Phoenix has taken a timeout right now, and I believe they're going to go ahead and challenge this call currently. We've had a couple challenges so far already. Bucks against Pacers, game 2 about to start as well. We'll keep you guys updated throughout the first portion of that game until this one finishes up tonight. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Hey, thanks for the update there, Jeffrey. Yeah, so he had arrived at the arena. I saw in the NBA TNT pregame for Kawhi. Just gonna double check for Kawhi here tonight, but Yep, so now we got it. So he is good to go tonight for Kawhi. Available tonight. So he's making his playoff debut. Thanks for the update there. So Jeffrey in Vegas with the updates. And yeah, 15 minutes ago, according to Shams on Twitter, Clippers Kawhi Leonard hasn't played since March 31st, but he's going to return tonight in the game for Game 2 against Dallas. So Kawhi available tonight for Game 2. That's the nightcap at 10 p.m. for a start time. And Bucks versus Pacers going to tip off any minute from now. Giannis is out tonight, so he's not playing. Milwaukee's a half-point favorite on the money line currently, so it's a 0.5 favorite for the Bucks. You usually don't see teams that's a half-point favorite like Milwaukee is. You usually see that as even, but they are 0.5 favorites tonight. Usually see it like 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Never usually see 0.5. Clippers are 1.5 point favorites. And the Suns did challenge this call. The Suns came into this game as the underdog. And things weren't looking so hot early for them. They were a 2.5 point underdog most of the day. That number went up to a 3.5 point underdog right before tip-off. Yeah, if you hear any background noise or anything, that's my other laptop. It makes some noise sometimes with the fan for the laptop, so it's doing that tonight. If it keeps it up, I'm probably going to have to blow it outside with the fan. I did that a couple weeks ago, the day before the national championship game. It was like super dusty inside the laptop with a fan, so I had to go blow it out. I usually don't run into problems with it. Like, I went like 10 full months using it straight and didn't have any fan problems, but I did have a couple softball games recently that I had to announce for, and probably like the infield dirt like might affect that stuff and get into the laptop, because I usually use my not the one that I'm streaming from right now. I have another one that I get stats from that's older. That's the one that I take to the games in case it's like inclement weather and stuff, and like if it starts raining or so, just in case. Both of the free throws are good at the line for Phoenix, so 38-31 right now. So they reversed the call on the floor. Devin Booker got fouled, and Monty Morris picked up the shooting foul. So another call has been reversed on the floor. Quarter three, Mike Conley delivers. 38-34. That's a big triple there. It's been far and few to come by today in three-point made shots. 2 for 10 for Minnesota. 3 for 9 right now for Phoenix from the perimeter. Nurkic at the top of the key, hands it off to Durant. Durant looks to turn the corner. Durant inside, double clutch, puts up the shot over McDaniels as he scores it for 2. That's a tough shot right there for KD. 6-point advantage for the Suns. Durant's got himself now 7. Yeah, thanks for the sub there, Charlize. Appreciate it. Conley puts the ball into the hands to Edwards. As Conley Edwards, who's on the floor. Edwards took a deep range 3, and it wasn't even close. He airballed it. And that sails out of bounds, sent by Edwards. Yeah, it's crazy. The home team has won all 11 games that's been played so far this playoffs. Beal is on the floor with Eubanks, Allen, Durant, and Booker. Bounce pass off the roll down. Drew Eubanks throws it down with a two-handed flush. Good assist right there by Grayson Allen, 42-34. Phoenix, largest lead of the game, up by 8. Midway past the second quarter portion. Edwards looking to see if he can get and kick out to the corner. McDaniels splashes a 3. 5-point game. 3 started to drop down for the corner currently. Allen takes it up quickly up the floor. Grayson Allen working on Conley. Backs his way to the low block. Shovels off to Eubanks. Eubanks at the top, handoff to Durant, target center logo at the top, got bumped into, and Durant got fouled. Wow. Didn't really see much, like, contact right there. I want to see this replay if they're going to show it. They're going to show the Drew Eubanks dunk. They show the Drew Eubanks dunk soaring up and no backside help at the rim defensively with Gobert on that dunk. And they're in the bonus here for Phoenix, so that is the 5th of the quarter by Minnesota. So Durant's at the line shooting 2. First one's good. I thought that Durant there just lost his balance at the top. Didn't really look like there was much contact between him and McDaniels, but they gave KD the benefit of the call and the foul. The free throw is good, so makes both of them 44-37. A lot of foul trouble in this game. Cat and Monty Morris both have 3. Durant's got 2. Grayson Allen has 2. McDaniels has 2 for foul trouble. So multiple players are racking up fouls so far tonight. Missed 3 from the corner by Monty Morris. Durant collected the rebound. Booker moves it outside off to Beal. Beal at the left wing. Jab step works on Edwards. Beal. And he lost the handle, turns it over. Gobert came up with a steal. Ball got popped loose. Still up on the hardwood, and Edwards comes alive with it. And Gobert sends it outside, deflected out of bounds off of Beal. So 44-37. Been a really choppy game tonight between these two teams. And clock just consistently keeps on starting and stopping every like 15-20 seconds. There's been a foul. A wide open 3. Mike Conley splashes it. 4-point game currently. Minnesota finding their stroke right now. 4th made 3 of the game for the T-Wolves. Phoenix has made 3. It's been far and few to come by, but a couple recently, though, from Minnesota. Grayson Allen crosses the midcourt logo. Mike Conley, he's up to 12 for the T-Wolves. Durant pushes it out to the right wing off to Booker. Booker backs his way on Morris. Booker, one-on-one, inside the key. D-Book, jumper, mid-range, connects on it. 6-point lead for the Suns right now. Really picking it up in the second quarter with Devin Booker. He's got 12. Durant's up to 9. And things getting real chippy right now as players have to get separated on the court currently. Yeah, both of these teams have to get separated here. 4:15 left to go. I'd like to see, hopefully, if they can show a replay of that. And it looks like they're not going to, though, right now. Devin Booker with a foul on the floor. And they're going to have to... They're going to take a look at the monitor at this one or no. For Booker, I would like to see a replay at that. That came quickly off the inbounds. And the referees are looking at this right now on the floor. So we stop time. 4:15 left to go before halftime. 46-40. Here we go. Here's the replay. Oh, yeah, a lot of contact. Booker and, first of all, McDaniels with a push to Booker. Booker pushed McDaniels right back. Booker was the one who got charged with a foul. So McDaniels was the first one. He shoved Booker. Booker right back. Boom! With a big push right back inside the key. McDaniels with a third. But Booker was the one that the referees saw on the second push right there. McDaniels actually had the first. The referees missed that. They got Booker on the second push. And then players came together, exchanging words with one another. And the referees are taking a look at this one at the monitor right now. So it has been charged a foul to Devin Booker on the floor. We'll see if there's anything that gets upgraded here for a foul's worth between him and McDaniels, but clearly the referees missed the first shove by McDaniels. If you're new on the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams. And feel free to join in tomorrow night. I'll be back covering Celtics against Heat. Game 2 of the series. It's been a long wait for Boston, winning big on Sunday and having to wait all the way until midweek on Wednesday to play their second game of the series. And they're showing the replay once again. McDaniels with a first shove. Booker with a heavier shove. McDaniels right back with a shove. And then the referees had to come in, separate them. Yeah, it wasn't too bad in the first one by McDaniels. But Booker, the second one, much more heavier shove than McDaniels, what McDaniels got away with. Hey, what's good? Joski in the stream. Welcome in. Jaden McDaniels got issued a technical foul. So it's on McDaniels who gets issued a technical foul. So the referees have changed it on the floor. So they went back to the replay where the refs on the court initially missed the first shove and they give McDaniels a technical. And now Booker shoots the technical free throw and makes it. So it's a 7-point lead here for Phoenix. We'll go through foul trouble once we get into halftime. It's been a lot with foul trouble right now in this game. Karl Anthony Towns hasn't played for quite a while for Cat. He's only played 8 minutes tonight. He scored 2 points. He's committed 3 personal fouls. 3 personal fouls by Monty Morris as well. 2 personal fouls each between Durant and Grayson Allen. Phoenix trail by 9 at one point. They lead by 7. And the T-Wolves have the basketball. Bounce pass. Gobert soars up to the rim. Ducks it down with a two-handed flush. We'll see if this propels something for the home team right now. Rudy's got double digits with 10. Top of the key, Allen sends it off to Eubanks. Allen, Eubanks, Booker, Durant, and O'Neal. That's the 5 of the floor as Booker coughs it up. Here's a steal. Soaring up at the rim. McDaniels missed the layup in transition. The rebound controlled by Durant. The pass down low off to the cutter. Off to Eubanks. He scores as he soars up and dunks it home with a two-hand jam. Booker records the assist. Back to a 7-point lead for Phoenix. 3.5 left to go before halftime. Minnesota going to slow it down. Edwards been silent in this first half. Crossover at the wing. Dribbles up. Drives. Kick out to the right corner. McDaniels. Inside the key. Bouncing bodies. Taking on Durant. Jumper. Got it. Jaden McDaniels connects in the mid-range J. 5-point game currently here as we go back and forth, back and forth. Booker. Lost the handle on the hardwood as he hits the deck with it. Booker signals timeout. Couldn't get it called. It's going to be a tie-up here on the floor. Man, this has just been such an intense game in this first half. Devin Booker talking to the officials right now. Oh, he did get the timeouts. So he did get the timeout, actually. I thought that the officials awarded tie-up there, but they're going to roll it timeouts by Devin Booker. So Booker did get the timeout as we'll take the break in action here. 3:03 left to go. Yeah, that was an unbelievable game yesterday. I streamed that one last night. The Knicks against the Sixers, that crazy finish in the final 45 seconds. Holy smokes, what a comeback for New York. And what a collapse there for Philly last night. I couldn't believe they didn't call a timeout. They had a timeout remaining, and they rushed the inbounds and had the inbound deflected, and then Maxey fell down with the ball, lost it, and the rest was history there. DiVincenzo, brick, Hardenstein, major offensive rebound. DiVincenzo, boom, makes the second 3. Hey, what's good? Rogelio on the street, welcome in. What a battle here. 49-44 with just above 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Bucks taking on the Pacers right now. The Bucks lead 19-13 with under 7 minutes left to go in the first. A lot of points in that game so far. 5 minutes into it and already combining for 32 points combined between the Bucks and the Pacers right now. This game has been much more defensive-wise, lower scoring. Yeah, rough for Philly. Got a bunch of fouls so far in this one. Phoenix has stayed away mostly from foul trouble. Durant's got 2. Grayson Allen has 2 for fouls. Everybody else with 1 or 0. It's Minnesota that's the concern right now, especially with Karl-Anthony Towns. Cat's got 3. That's limited to play just 8 minutes tonight so far in the first half for Cat. Monty Morris has 3 fouls as well. Mike Conley is the top scorer for Minnesota. He has 12, 10 points each between McDaniels and Gobert. And Anthony Edwards has been shut down tonight, just 5 points and 1 for 5 shooting tonight by Edwards. And Phoenix led by Devin Booker. Booker bouncing back tonight. He's got 13. Mostly been free throws. Over the half of his points have been scored at the free throw line. 7 for 8 on free throws tonight by Booker. 9 points by Durant. They got out to a really slow start to begin this game. They were trailing by 9 early on in the first quarter. They were turning it over a bunch of times for Phoenix, and they've rolled the glass tonight. That's one key tonight, is that they've been able to roll the glass in this game. 21-13. They're +8 on the rebounds. And Nurkic has had an excellent game today. Low key, he's been excellent. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists currently. Nurkic has more rebounds than what he had entirely in the first game. He was limited to just four rebounds in game 1. I actually haven't, so welcoming Jordan on the stream. I actually haven't heard that song by Quavo yet. Yep, trust the process, and just the process keeps on coming up, and they just can't deliver every single year through the process. There goes Durant looking to see if he can deliver and finally have one of the lower seeds tie up a series for the first time in this playoffs. The home team has won 11 straight games to begin the 2024 playoffs as Durant floated up the runner, scored for 2. KD up to double figures with 11. Conley attacks downhill to the rim. He scores with 2 more with a left-hand layup. Mike Conley Jr.'s had an excellent start tonight. He's got 14, the top scorer in the game. 6 for 7 shooting as well by Conley. Booker at the free throw circle. Booker moves it outside to Durant at the right wing. Shot clock's down to 10. KD has a step past McDaniels. Up fake, shovels off to Eubanks underneath. No good. Tapped out of bounds. Last off of Eubanks. And that's one that you got to finish right there for your Drew Eubanks. Kevin Durant gives him a pat right there on the chest. Heads up for that man there with Drew Eubanks as he couldn't finish that shot. That was a good up fake. He was able to fake out both Gobert and McDaniels in the process, but couldn't finish in the open floater. Skip pass, right corner, open 3. No good. Missed off the mark by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Another key skip pass there by Edwards, but the shot's just not falling now for the T-Wolves. 3 for 10 from the perimeter as a team. Phoenix with possession. Durant crossover at the right wing. Elevates for the J. KD missed off the back iron too long. Conley secures the defensive rebound. Down to under a minute 40 left to go before halftime. A gritty defensive battle here displayed in this first half. Conley. Bounce pass sent to Edwards. Edwards with only 5 so far. Moves now on top. Conley. Passes off to the middle. McDaniels. Fall away. Takes a tough shot. Missed off the back rim. Deflected out of bounds. Last off of Eubanks. Down to 1:17 left to go. Yep, this is exactly. I brought that up yesterday. It's like March Madness with all the top seeds advancing to the Sweet 16. Just like that. It's been like that so far. All the home teams winning these games so far. Inbound off to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Bounce pass underneath Gobert. Triple team swings it outside. Open 3 Minnesota. Another brick 3. Offensive rebound back to McDaniels. Outside Alexander Walker. Dribbles up off the floater. Conley no good off the glass too long. Offensive rebound. Gobert triple teamed inside. And he gets fouled. One minute left to play. Rudy Gobert will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Phoenix has got a lot of just confidence that Minnesota can't make these threes right now. They are doubling inside the key. Crashing the glass, leaving open shooters wide open recently, but the T-Wolves keep on bricking their threes. First one is good at the line for Gobert. And that's with Cat on the bench. He's only played 8 minutes out of the first 23 in this game. 3 personal fouls in the first half by Cats. Gobert puts his team winning 4. He'll have a second free throw here. Number 2 by Gobert. It's good. 3-point game. 51-48. Final minute left to go before halftime. Phoenix looking to be the first team as a lower seed to pull off an upset on the road in this first round of the playoffs. The home teams are 11-0 so far. Bounce pass. Beal sends it off to Booker. Back outside of Beal. Wide open 3 at the wing. Missed off the mark. No good. Tipped up to Edwards for the defensive rebound. 40 seconds left to go. Edwards fires the ball to the right corner. McDaniels dribbles inside the key. McDaniels floats the shot underneath inside the key. He puts it through for 2. It's a 1-point game right now. Under 30 seconds left to go before halftime. Beal outside finds Nurkic. 8-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out going to halftime. Nurkic, shot clock's down to 8, game clock to 16. Nurkic backs his way on Gobert. Pivot move over Gobert. Missed off the rim, no good. Edwards comes out with a defensive rebound. Chance to take the lead here to close out at halftime. Edwards, 5 seconds. Edwards, kick out, quarter. Turning the corner, and the Nickeil Alexander-Walker with a left hand at the buzzer. No good, though. It rolled around the rim and out. Here we go into halftime. It's 51-50 Phoenix. So close for Nickeil there. He turned the corner from the right corner perimeter. He turned it inside the key. It went in for a left-handed hook shot, and it rolled around the rim and spud out, as that's how we enter halftime. 1-point game, and a good one here in the first 24 minutes of action tonight. What a battle between these two teams. And big props to the Suns. They look like they were dead in the water early on in this game. Just nothing going for them. They trailed as many by 9 points at one point early on in the first 5 minutes. They turned it over 6 times in the first quarter. For Phoenix, they had 3 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of the game, and then Phoenix started to be able to get into a rhythm propelled by second chance points, offensive rebounds, and dominating the glass, something that they struggled in game number 1, and putting Karl-Anthony Towns into deep foul trouble in the first half helped them out as well. 13 points by Devin Booker, 11 by Kevin Durant, 7 by Bradley Beal, 7 off the bench by Eric Gordon. They got 14 bench points, with Eubanks contributing for 4. That's another key, is that Phoenix leads bench points right now 14-7, or 11-7 going into halftime. 7 by Gordon, 4 by Eubanks, and then Minnesota's bench 2 apiece by Morris and Alexander Walker. Naz Reid has 1 off the bench. So right now, Phoenix is leading bench points, which is a key for them. Not a deep team for the Suns. The T-Wolves got some bench contributors that had some big points in the last game. And what Minnesota did well in Game 1, they're struggling to do well in Game 2. Completely taken out of their game without the double big lineup of Cat and Gobert out there at the same time. And they were massive on the rebounds in Game 1 for Minnesota, 52 to 28 in rebounds, and also led bench points in Game 1, 41 to 18. Tonight they're trailing by 4 in bench points right now. Anthony Edwards yet to show up either. I mean, for Minnesota, this could be a good sign for them, because Edwards is going to show up in the second half too, because he's only got 5. If he shows up, they got a good chance of taking this going up 2-0 in the series, because Edwards has been silent tonight. Just 5 points, 1 for 5 shooting right now for Edwards. Mike Conley out to an excellent start. He is the top scorer in the game. He's got 14. And then Gobert's got 12. 5 rebounds by Rudy. 12 points by McDaniels. Cat and Edwards just... Cat barely even played. Picked up 3 quick fouls. Only played 8 minutes in the first half for Cat. Hey, there we go. I'm going to have to take a look at that. I heard that PC is playing BYU in the Big East Big 12 matchup. Pacers took the lead. I'm going to update you guys on that game right now. 24-23, Indiana leading Milwaukee with 2:40 left to go in the first. Actually, this is a good time to put on my multicam right now. Yeah, my other laptop for some reason started to act up at the beginning of the first quarter, so my apologies if you hear some random background noise. If it keeps on coming up, I'm probably gonna have to blow out my laptop once again with the air gun that I have in the garage, because I blew it out around a month ago. I take the laptop that I use for the stats on my left side of me. That one I take to cover for all my in-person games, which I've been having a bunch of softball games recently, and one of my announcing setups is right behind home plate, so it gets a lot of dirt and dust into the computer fan, and I usually have to blow it out once every couple weeks. I didn't have to do it for a 10-month span though during the fall and the winter, because all my stuff was indoors, so I had no problems during that time. Didn't have any problems throughout the regular season, but yeah, it's the first time probably since last April or so that they've had an issue. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Just right now at halftime here. What a game to start things off. Yep, so Vegas got those out in the chat here for me. Appreciate it, brother. Baylor against UConn. That's going to be awesome. Baylor's got some big-time pickups. They got Jeremy Roach from Duke in the transfer portal. Kansas at Creighton. That's going to be huge right there. Both of those schools are pretty close in proximity in the Midwest. Butler's at Houston. That's going to look like a lopsided game there. I believe John Rothstein had Houston as his top team in his Power 45 rankings to begin the season. I haven't taken a look at it since the last couple of weeks, since day 1 or day 2 after the national championship game. But when I first looked, I saw that Houston was number 1 on it. But that should be a lopsided game. Houston should be able to win that one against Butler. Butler was bubble most of this season. Iowa State against Marquette. That's another really good game there. Iowa State's got some high expectations for them next season. I think they're going to return basically everybody for that team. They're a top 5 preseason team for Iowa State. Xavier at TCU. That should be a good game. That could possibly be a bubble implication game next year early on in non-conference play. Cincinnati at Villanova. Cincinnati, I saw them as a projected team in the top 35, going to take a big step up next year, a lot of people think, for Cincinnati. That's another game that were 2 bubble teams from this past season, and BYU is at PC. Wow. So, yeah, PC's got some huge momentum for that game, actually, because BYU has to travel all the way from Utah to Providence. It's a road game at the AMP, so that's huge there. Absolutely huge for Providence to take on BYU in a good test in that game against a team that they're very unfamiliar with. I don't know if they've ever played before Let's see if they've ever played before. That should be interesting. For sure, that game will not be scheduled on a Sunday. They played each other twice before. Okay. Last time they played against each other was 1982. Wow. Yeah, that's always awesome when you get like an opponent that you haven't faced in like a long time, like decades. It's good to face other opponents that you're unfamiliar with. BYU's 2-0 against Providence. BYU played Providence twice in 1962 and 1982. That's when they both met up, the previous two meetings. DePaul's on here, so Oklahoma State's at Seton Hall, Georgetown at West Virginia, and then DePaul's at Texas Tech. Good luck for DePaul right there next year. And good luck to Georgetown, too, against West Virginia. West Virginia should be significantly better next year with Darian DeRees as the head coach. Yeah, just waiting for the year that DePaul makes the tournament. Boston College could be a sleeper team next year. They haven't made the tournament since 2009 for them. They have some serious momentum for next year, though. They played pretty well in the ACC tournament for BC. They destroyed Clemson, which went all the way to the Elite Eight. We'll have to see how that all plays out in the future, but I like what they're growing, building the program, because they were like one of those teams that would be like at the bottom of the conference constantly. That was before they got Anthony Grant as a head coach, and they would have like 10 victories in the single digits. It was not good, and now they work their way up to like bottom mid-pack seeding wise, but they did not play like a bottom mid-pack seed in that ACC tournament for them at all. Yeah. Georgetown against West Virginia. Yeah, best of luck there to Georgetown in year 2. Ed Cooley. A long process. The process that might always be the process. Yep, Mississippi Valley State. They have the best announcing crew in the nation, though. If you ever heard some of their stuff, it's pretty funny. I think they use their student announcers. They go through a network called the Valley Sports Network, and I believe they got student announcers that they broadcast for their home games, and it's a different broadcast than anything that you've caught before. Pacers at the end of one, 30-26, leading Milwaukee. So we might finally have some teams picking up wins today on the road. Oh, man. Only 3. That's crushing. Yeah, AJ Storr went to Kansas, too. So he transferred over like 5 days ago to Kansas. I don't even know how they're able to make this possible with like the analysts for the way too early rankings. It's not even possible now to like do any of those way too early top 25 rankings. It's crazy. There's no way you can like predict all the rosters. You got players transferring in and out constantly. Yeah, Pat Kelsey's got some big transfer pickups for your cards there. So finally, Louisville's gonna make some noise next year. Hopefully I'll be able to cover a tournament game for your team soon. Pacers by 4, leading the Bucks 30-26. Finally, these lower seeds are starting to get a little bit of momentum, but nobody's been able to win. 2 crushing losses yesterday. Lakers blew a 20-point lead, 68-48. When the Lakers were up by 20, I went to bed kind of around that time, and I thought it was going to be 1-1. Then I woke up in the morning, checked the ESPN app, saw Jamal Murray, game winner, buzzer beater, looked at the replay. Holy smokes. Denver takes game 2. Man, just unbelievable. That's now 2 blown leads at double-digit points by the Lakers. And then the game that I covered last night, I've never seen anything like that. At the end of the stream, I had to go back into the game log and recite what happened in the game log so I can just connect my mind to what happened, because it went by so fast, the final 45 seconds. And like I couldn't believe what I saw right there with that inbound that Philadelphia coughed it up on the inbound. They had a timeout remaining too on the inbound. Pringle, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, I like the Mavs tonight, but Kawhi's coming back, though, for that game. So Kawhi will be coming back tonight. I do think Dallas is going to bounce back. Dallas was horrific from 3. And this game has been horrific from 3 as well tonight. Also, it's been a lot of fouls, especially for Minnesota right now. Karl-Anthony Towns, 3 personal fouls. 3 personal fouls picked up by Monty Morris. Cat only played 8 minutes, and here we go. We're about to start the third quarter of action right now. Right to left on the floor, Minnesota. Mike Conley Jr. keeping his team hanging in. He's got 14. Anthony Edwards with just 5. Gobert, he's on the floor with Cat. So Cat is back out there on the floor to begin the third quarter of action. McDaniels, Conley, and Edwards, that's the 5 on the floor. Nurkic having a pretty solid game. Floated up the shot, missed off the glass. Offensive rebound over Gobert. Hook shot, Nurkic, he scores for 2. 53-50 Phoenix. Nurkic really turning around and turning his game around from game 1 to game 2. Upping it in a big way. Cap fan, welcome back in. Here's a 3 taken by Cat. Bricked off the back rim, no good. Cat tonight's just got no willingness to win this game right now. It's just been stupid fouls and stupid attempted shots by him so far this game. Durant guarded by Gobert, 1-on-1 from the perimeter. Durant crossover, dribbles up inside the key. Durant with a left hand, missed off the glass. There's Cat finally as he rips away the defensive rebound. All right, so he does something key right there. Top of the key, Edwards. We'll see if he can start to get going. He only has 5 for number 5. Cat outside, pass got broken up into the hands of McDaniels. McDaniels has it, lost it off his shoe, out of bounds. That's a turnover. So Jaden McDaniels lost it off the crossover as he kicked it out of bounds, and it will go back to Phoenix with a 3-point lead. David, welcome back in, man. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here. Phoenix looking to be the first lower seed on the road to win a playoff game. The first 11 games have been victories by the home team so far in the first round. Nurkic backs his way. He works his way inside the key off the pivot. Over Gobert, couldn't finish as he missed it off the glass a little bit too strong. Rebound secured here by Rudy up the floor. Edwards lobs it, and his pass is well off the mark for Cat. Intercepted by Booker here for the Suns. Kick out corner. Beal goes up, and Beal on the up and down travels with it. This has just been a comedy of mistakes here. A terrible pass by Edwards, and then Beal on an up and down in the corner. Just take the transition three, brother. Edwards will slow it down. 10 turnovers by Phoenix, 8 turnovers by Minnesota. McDaniels attacks, drives downhill, soars up to the rim, and he dunks it down with a two-handed flush. Rudy Gobert cleared the pathway there for the open lane for McDaniels to soar up high and dunk it through. Beal bounced past the top of the key. Durant downhill to the rim. Durant missed the layup. Another tough defensive stop there for Gobert at the rim. Conley towards his right. Gets past Allen one step. Conley backside help defensively by Nurkic, able to alter the miss. Around the rim and out. And Gobert collected a defensive rebound though as he pushed off on Allen. And Allen came crashing down into the stanchion. Down hard right now. Grayson Allen in a lot of pain as he went face first into the stanchion and he is shaken up. Oh, this is not good. He can't even put weight on his left foot. Grayson Allen has to get taken to the locker room immediately. He came crashing down into the stanchion and he is being helped out off the floor by the medical staff right now. Taken directly underneath to the tunnel to the locker room. Let's see here on a replay. The missed layup it was missed by Conley. Allen from the backside, and he tweaked something. Looked like he tweaked something in his knee. Grayson Allen's currently out of this game, and Phoenix goes right to the rim. Beal scores the layup. 55-52, 9 minutes left to go in the third. So we get the 5 out on the floor currently with Booker, Beal, Nurkic, Durant, and replacing Grayson Allen is Royce O'Neal, number 00. As Cat drives downhill to the rim and Cat absorbs the contact and the foul. And this will be 2 shots coming up in the free throw line for Karl-Anthony Towns right now from Minnesota. They just showed the soaring dunk on the replay by McDaniels. That was loaded. Ashton, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Cat will shoot 2 shots at the line. He only has 2 points this entire night. Barely even played in the first half. Just 8 minutes in the first half due to 3 personal fouls. First one is good. Second shot here by Cat. The free throw is good. 55-54. Grayson Allen, as we see a camera on him, in a lot of pain, being helped out to the locker room currently. Beal, bounce pass down low. Nurkic with a baby hook with the right hand, drops it into the bucket for 2 more. Big response here to bounce back way for Nurkic. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists by Nurkic on 5 for 9 shooting in 20 minutes. Conley at the baseline, and Nurkic is going to get called here on the foul. So this is on the pass. Reaching in. So this will stay. Minnesota inbound right now. Goes off to the corner. Cat, baseline attack. Cat to the rim. And get to the go and one. Working on Royce O'Neal as he was able to dribble baseline, tiptoeing that left baseline to the cup. And one coming up by Cat. Looking to tie the game. Good job to stay in bounds. Working his way left baseline to the rim. Milwaukee and Indiana in the back and forth game right now. 36-35 with 9 minutes left to go in the second. Cat here with a chance to tie. And it's good. Right down the middle. 57 even right now. 5 points this quarter. 7 total by Karl-Anthony Towns. And he had just 2 at halftime because of a lot of foul trouble. Beal moves it off to Booker. Booker at the left wing perimeter. Booker's got himself 13 at the moment. Fires the fastball right corner. Durant gives it up to the corner. The 3 missed off the mark. No good by Beal. Rebound secure by Edwards. Edwards is going to take it up the floor. He has just 5 points tonight by Edwards. Took over the third quarter in game 1. Floats the pass out to the top of the key. Karl-Anthony Towns takes the 3 and lights it up. Bang, bang from the perimeter as he delivers for Cats. 3-point lead for Minnesota. Cats come alive here with playing time. Jumper for the tie. No good. Missed off the mark for KD. Defensive rebound hauled in by Edwards. Edwards up the floor. He's guarded by O'Neal. Edwards bursts the speed. Dribbles up low. Block. Bounce pass. Left corner. McDaniels swings it outside. A Cat keeps on launching. Keeps on taking. No good. Missed around the rim. Off the mark by Towns. 7:15 left to go. Nurkic, top of the key. Gets it away off to Booker. Booker looks to turn the corner. Blows past Cat. Swings it out left corner. 3 for the tie. Bradley Beal right down the middle. Connects on it. 60 even with 7 minutes left to play in the third. What a game here, folks. Beal's up to 12 right now. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Edwards elevates for the J. Missed the 3 around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Nurkic. Nurkic with his 8th rebound of the night. Edwards just 5 points in 25 minutes tonight on 1 for 7 shooting. Booker looking to take the lead right back. Yes, he does. He delivers in the triple. 63-60 straight away at the top of the key on a laser by Devin Booker. The timeout taken on the floor by Minnesota. Trading threes finally. After both of these teams went brick city in the first half from the perimeter, we got some threes starting to drop here. Devin Booker just took the lead with a made 3. He's got himself now 16, the top scorer in the game. Timeout on the floor, 6:36 left to go in the third. What a battle right now. These playoff games recently, the last 3 playoff games have been excellent. Starting with the Knicks against Sixers last night. The Lakers Nuggets didn't look like that for most of the game yesterday, but then the comeback by Denver, and now this one has been back and forth, back and forth. If you're just joining us, Phoenix had 0 signs of life to begin this game. They were trailing as many by 8 in the first 5 minutes. They had 3 turnovers in the first 3 minutes of this game, all out of sorts. Minnesota had 8 points out of their first 15 were scored off of Phoenix turnovers. And then Phoenix started to get their offense into a rhythm. They surpassed Minnesota. Phoenix took the lead. Phoenix took a 9-point lead as many by at one point in the second quarter, and then they just took it right back by 3. Yeah, what a disappointing series there. Cavs against Magic. Man, the Magic just simply don't look like they're ready in that series for playoff basketball. Tomorrow night, I'll be back live covering Celtics against Heat for game number 2 of the series, so feel free to join in as the Celtics are back in action tomorrow night. Feel free to let us hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win this one here as well. Suns or T-Wolves, type it in. That poll is even, so if you're voting in the poll, if you haven't voted, make sure to vote. That poll is even right now. 141 total votes. It's split 50-50 between the Suns and the T-Wolves on the poll. There hasn't been many times that poll has been split 50-50, but this is one of them right now. Nurkic has been really impressive tonight. He's got 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. He's having a solid bounce-back game for him. He's already doubling what he had in total rebounds in Game 1. He got smashed in the glass in the opening game on Saturday. Booker's got 16. That's exactly what he needed, too. He needed a bounce-back game. He missed 11 shots. Could only score 18 points in the last game. He's got 16 on 5 missed shots today by Booker. Beal's got 12. Just much more firepower by Phoenix. That their big three, they haven't gone off completely, but they balanced the points in between the big three today with 16 by Booker, Beal with 12, Durant's got 11, but Nurkic adding in 10. That's critical right there, that he has 10 plus Gordon with 7 off the bench. Eubanks has 4 off the bench, and bench points in the favor of Phoenix 11-5 right now in favor of bench points. Anthony Edwards is yet to awake in this game. That's another reason why Minnesota's trailing. Edwards just 5 points this entire course of the game. He had a 3-pointer made in the opening minutes. Edwards just 5 points and 1 for 7 shooting in 26 minutes. We come back to action. 6.5 left to go in the third. Down low, McDaniels out fake. McDaniels shuts the door with a two-handed flush. Good up fake right there. Able to swarm past 2 defenders. Booker dribbles out the top of the key. Booker bounce passes. He's guarded by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Receives the handoff off to Nurkic. Booker took the 3. No good. Tapped out to the perimeter. Sent by Nurkic off the Beal to come up with an offensive rebound. Durant outside finds Beal. Beal is defended by McDaniels 1-on-1. Screen gets set by Nurkic. Moves it across the floor to O'Neal. Shake and bake O'Neal. Got it deflected. Intercepted. Bad pass by Royce O'Neal. Picked off by Minnesota as Edwards attacks downhill to the paint. And Edwards goes up as Edwards gets fouled. Chance to take the lead here at the line for Edwards, shooting 2. Devious Child, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by once again. Anthony Edwards just 5 points tonight, now with 6 as he makes the first one. $63 even. Past the midway portion of this third quarter. Second free throw is good. Edwards breaks the tie. Going to be a battle to the finish. First to 100 is going to take this one, most likely tonight. Beal, hand off to Durant. Durant's guarded by Edwards at the edge of the midcourt logo. Durant moves it off to O'Neal. O'Neal looking to pass it off. Dribbles towards his right. O'Neal gets it away off to Nurkic. Shot clock's down to 5. Got to get off something here. Nurkic at the elbow. Backs his way. Flings it out to the cutter. And Beal got rejected at the buzzer. It's a shot clock violation. Turnover committed by the Suns. This Anthony Edwards to the backside. Yes, it was. Edwards with a big block right there, denying Beal at the rim. 1 point lead. Edwards looking to show up and come alive like he did on Saturday in the third quarter. Got a quick whistle here with a foul picked up away from the basketball, charged to Booker of Phoenix. Indiana leads by 2 right now over Milwaukee, 40-38 with under 7 minutes left to go before halftime in that game. Royce O'Neal will take a seat on the bench. If you're just joining in, Grayson Allen hobbled off the court, went to the locker room, hasn't returned ever since with a knee injury. For Allen, up fake, Reed attacks downhill to the rim. Naz Reed gets the rim, he scores up and in. It is good for 2 off the glass. 3-point lead for Minnesota. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Top of the key, Nurkic. Nurkic lobs it off to Durant. Looking for the response right back here for Phoenix. Durant dribbles up at the low block. Spin move. Durant takes the jumper. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up, and the rebound gets secured by Reed. 5 in the floor right now. Looks like this from Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, Naz Reed, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jaden McDaniels. Towns at the top. His pass gets sent over to Edwards, and a reach and follow picked up, charge to Beal. Clock will stop again. 4:32 left to play. They're in the bonus. And that's number 5 committed as a team in the third quarter here for Phoenix. So Bradley Beal reaches in, and this will be free throws here. 2 shots by Edwards at the line. First one's good. 4-point lead for Minnesota, stretching it out. Their largest lead has been 8 so far today. Largest lead for Phoenix has been 9 in this game. Foul trouble looks like this. Cat with 3 personal fouls. Monty Morris is 3 for Minnesota. And for Phoenix, nobody with 3, but 2 by 4 players apiece between Durant, Beal, Allen, and Booker. Right now with 2 personal fouls all each. Second free throw is good. Edwards puts his team up within 5. And Beal, working inside the arc, draws the foul charge to Edwards, reaching in. So this has been choppy here recently. Ref's not letting these players play on tonight. Edwards try to go up for the steal right there. 8-zip run last 2-minute span from Minnesota. Inbound to Beal. Beal dribbles, drives right down the lane inside to the rim. No good. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound secured by Nurkic. Another altered shot by Cat. And again, we're going to have a whistle and a foul charged to Naz Reid. Reaching in. So once again, the clock will stop. Ticky-tack calls right now. Phoenix will get the inbound, trailing by 5. Left corner perimeter for the Suns. They move it out on top off to Booker. Booker working on Reid one-on-one. Sends it off to Gordon. Gordon attacks. Floats at the runner. Came off short. No good off the front rim. A rebound secured here for Cats. Minnesota will slow it down. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a battle between these two teams and a defensive grind. Step back 3 in the air, missed off the mark, no good. As Edwards bricked it, yet to get his shot found tonight. And Phoenix was able to collect the rebound. Edwards, just a 2 for 9 shooting from the floor. Booker lobs it off to Nurkic. Nurkic bouncing bodies, pivot move, works his way on. Reid, no good, missed off the glass. Came up with the offensive rebound. Nurkic double team. Over to Durant, jumper, baseline. Came off the rim, no good. Defense wins championships, and right now Minnesota is shutting down Phoenix here recently defensively for the top team in the league in total defense. Edwards crossover, Edwards shaking, big jumper, 18-footer, Anthony Edwards on a cannon right there, boom, boom, he splashes it. Deep 2J, top of the free throw circle, and a timeout taken on the floor by Phoenix. 70-63. Look who's showing up here the third quarter. Deja vu all over again. AE5 from Minnesota. 7-point lead. So we're down to 3:03 left to go. Anthony Edwards off the crossover, took the jumper, top of the free throw circle, and cashed it home. He has got 11 right now. That's only his second made field goal of the night in 29 minutes. It's only 2 for 9 shooting, but every single starter is now in double figures for Minnesota. 16 by McDaniels, 14 by Conley, 12 and 7 by Gobert with points and rebounds, 10 and 7 by Cat with just 17 minutes due to early foul trouble. Points and rebounds at 10 points and 7 boards for Cat, 11 now for Edwards. He's got 6 assists tonight for Edwards. Also perfect at the free throw line, capitalizing in this quarter where he's 6 for 6 at the free throw line. Nurkic with a double-double, 10 points, 14 rebounds. 6 of those coming on the offensive glass for Nurkic. 16 by Booker. Durant's only got 11. Durant's missed 9 shots on 4 for 13. So he's having a tough game tonight. Minnesota's just bouncing him off his spot, just missing his shots. Just hasn't been able to get to the spots that he likes to go. He usually likes to go to the elbow for deep 2 jumpers, and he's been bounced out to take more shots towards the baseline. Keeps on bricking them off the back rim for KD. Pacers and Bucks keeps on going back and forth right now. 49-48 with 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Bucks lead by 1. What a battle here. We got 80 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're in a battle for the finish tonight. This Minnesota defense is just shutting down Phoenix right now. Kevin, welcome back in, man. Yeah, Phoenix going on a massive scoring drought recently. for them. They haven't got any sort of bench production either in the second half. And Grayson Allen had to go to the locker room. It looked like a pretty bad injury with his knee for Grayson Allen. Already with a Phoenix squad that is depleted with scoring options outside of their big three. Seven-point lead for Minnesota on a 3.5-minute scoring drought for Phoenix. Booker had the ball deflected. Far side of the floor. Went off of Booker out of bounds. That's a turnover by the Suns. What a disastrous play coming back from the timeout. 21-2 points off turnovers in favor of Minnesota in this game right now. Top of the key, Nickeil Alexander-Walker sends it off to Edwards. He has taken over recently. Outside McDaniels. Baseline dribble leads the way with 16. Turn around, and he gets it. Make it up to 18 for Jaden McDaniels. Largest lead of the game right here for the T-Wolves. 12-zip run last 4 minutes. Durant jumper. 15-footer Durant able to bounce in. Good for 2. So that ends the 12-zip run. That was a Jalen Brunson type of bounce that he got yesterday on the 3-point shot to pull win in 2 for New York. That was a 2 at the free throw circle made by Durant, and we're down to 2:29 left to go, and we'll have a timeout here taken on the floor as Minnesota will burn one and talk things over. So timeout here for head coach Chris Finch. They're down to 5 timeouts left for Minnesota. Phoenix with just 2 right now. So they have a whole bag worth of timeouts currently. And trying to see if there's any updates here. Grayson Allen, for him, there hasn't been any updates. Ankle injury, headed to the locker room, which was 20 minutes ago. But looking to see if any reporters put out anything about Grayson Allen's injury, whether he'll be coming back or not tonight. But there's nothing just yet about it. So 2:29 left to play in the third. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win this one tonight here. Suns or T-Wolves, type it in. And thanks all for joining in. I'll be back tomorrow night covering Celtics against Heat. If you'd like to come on in for that stream, feel free to do so. Minnesota looking to go up 2-0 in the series right now. No road team has won. The home team has won the first 11 games of the 2024 first-round playoffs. Edwards on the floor with Towns, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid, who soars up to the rim. Reid absorbs the contact and the foul committed by Booker. So this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Naz Reid. .2:11 left to play. Game 2 for the Celtics Heat starts a half an hour earlier, so I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. covering that stream. First one's good at the line for Naz Reid. Now, Gobert checks back in place of Cat. So Cat will take a seat on the bench once again. He only played 8 minutes in the first half, picked up 3 personal fouls, but has avoided foul trouble in this third quarter entirely. Still at 3 in this game. Second shot's good at the line for Reid. Perfect 9 for 9 this quarter at the free throw line for Minnesota, whereas Phoenix is yet to even attempt a free throw in the third quarter. 2 minutes left to go. Beal swings it outside to Booker. Booker dribbles up, jumper, 18-footer, got it. 7-point game. Devin Booker's grimacing a little bit right now. He works his way up to 18. That's what he had entirely in the first game in Game 1. McDaniels into the hands here of Edwards. Had it poked loose near side of the floor, and the last touched by Gordon of the Suns. So this will stay Minnesota ball. Just above 1.5 minutes left to go. Alexander Walker on the floor with McDaniels, Gobert, Reed, and Edwards. Corner three, Nikhil right down the chute, delivers. Bang, bang for Nikhil. Alexander Walker, we get a double-digit lead for the first time in the night. 77-67. Minute 20 left to go in the third right now. Minnesota's outscoring Phoenix 27-17 in this quarter. Dribble drive inside a key, bobbled by Gordon, got fouled with a late whistle picked up, charged to Minnesota. That's charged to Alexander Walker. Minute 14 left to go. Yeah, I saw his numbers were strong in that game, so wow, another big-time performance by Dame. 26 at halftime right now. Thanks for the update there. Just cooking in these playoffs. Inbound to Durant. Durant down by 10. Needing a response right now. Pass off the roll down. Eubanks over the top. Dunks it through over. Alexander Walker in the process for Drew Eubanks. 8-point game right now. Final minute left to play in the third. Bounce pass goes over to Gobert. Hot tamale turned it over. In and out of the hands for Rudy as he couldn't squeeze it on the bounce pass at the elbow and lost it out of bounds. Critical turnover there, and now Phoenix will see if they can make something worth it. Durant had it stripped loose out of bounds, and oh, the referees are going to call a turnover off of Kevin Durant. Frank Vogel cannot believe the call by the officials right now. He's completely irate on the floor, standing right next to where the ball was lost off of KD. The officials point in a Minnesota direction. This is T-Wolves basketball as Kevin Durant coughs it up. Let's see in the replay. Durant pressured by Reed. Dribbled off the foot of Reed, and the officials wrote it off of Durant. That's now the 14th turnover of the game by Phoenix. It's led to 23 points scored off of turnovers. That will stand. It's off of Durant last. Went off the foot of Reed, ricocheted back, grazing off the foot of Durant and out of bounds. 35 seconds left to go. Edwards dribbles up, jumper deep two, no good around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Beal. Puts the ball into the hands of Gordon. 25 seconds left to go in the third. Gordon's going to slow it down as there's a 5-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out the end of three. Game clock's down to 15. Shot clock's down to 10. Durant has it. Edge of the T-Wolves logo. Durant, top of the key, works on Cat. Cat picks up the foul. 9.7 seconds left to go. I mean, what is that? Why did you need to do that if you're Cat right there reaching in? I know you want to pressure the ball handler with KD, but what are you doing trying to go after the steal? Right there, and then Durant got you to bite forward as Durant goes forward, and then Cat knocks him down. That's Cat's fourth. That's a bad foul. That puts Phoenix in the bonus. First free throw is good by Durant. That's a terrible foul. If Minnesota loses this game, you look back at that play right there, 9.7 seconds left. A foul committed at the top of the key to perimeter. Durant was the ball handler. The shot clock was down to 4. I mean, what are you doing fouling right there? That's your fourth personal foul, and that was the fourth as a team, which upped it to 5. At the time they had 4, it upped it to 5, which sent you into the bonus. Both of the free throws were good. Under 10 seconds left to go. Minnesota crossing defenders. Edwards inside the key. Edwards gets fouled with 1.3. And he will shoot 2 at the free throw line as he met some backside defense, try to float one up at the buzzer before it, and that is charged to, I think they're going to get Durant off the backside here. They got Gordon, actually. They got Gordon on the foul. First one's good, 78-71. 2 really just bad fouls, both for each of these teams to close out the quarter. these two teams have played a series that the execution has been pretty poor in terms of a bunch of turnovers. That's in defensive rebound, second free throw missed by Edwards, full court shot off the bottom right part of the glass missing by O'Neal, and we close out at the end of the third, 78-71. Turnover city for the Suns. 14 turnovers through 3 quarters right now as we close out at the end of 3. All right, about to enter the fourth quarter here coming up. If you're new on the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell to be notified for future live streams here on the channel. And I'll be back later tomorrow night covering Celtics against Heat. If you'd like to join in, be a part in the stream, let us know who you like to win this one tonight here. Type it in. T-Wolves, Suns. Foul trouble looks like this right now. Cat has 4. He picked up a terrible foul with 9 seconds left in the quarter for Cat. Unneeded. So he's got 4 personal fouls. 3 personal fouls off the bench by Monty Morris from Minnesota. Everybody else playing with 2-1 or 0. And then Phoenix foul trouble 3 by Booker. 2 each between Durant, Beal, and Allen. Hey, what's good, Timber? Welcome back in. Hope all is going well. Simon on the stream, welcome in. Yeah, it's around like a 30-second delay when it comes out. I think that's how like YouTube does like some sort of delay for when the live video comes out to you guys. So it's a little bit delayed. Gonna see if there's any updates to Grayson Allen's injury. Grayson Allen left with 9:17 left to go in the third due to a knee injury for Grayson Allen. There's been no designation yet that I've seen whether he'll return or not, but it looked like a pretty severe injury. And here we go. We have an update here coming out just a moment ago. Grayson Allen, just going to check sources. Okay, so it's been confirmed. So Grayson Allen, this is coming from a Suns sideline reporter. Grayson Allen, right ankle injury, will not return tonight. So that's gone out on Twitter during the last minute. So he will not return tonight for Grayson Allen. So that's a big knock right there already for Phoenix with their lack of depth as a team that he will not be coming back into this game. 4 players in double figures for the Suns, led by Devin Booker with 18, 15 by Durant, 10 points, 13 rebounds by Nurkic, and then 12 by Beal. And Minnesota's got the entire starting 5 in double figures. Just that extra player lifting the T-Wolves with their depth. Right now they got the graphic, all 5 starters in double digits. Mike Conley got out to an excellent start in this game. He's got himself 14 points tonight for Conley and 6 for 9 shooting. 18 points by Jaden McDaniels, the top player. And this is without Anthony Edwards really having a great game tonight. He's only 20% shooting for Edwards, only 12 points for him. But he had a big third quarter. He had 7 points out of the 12 scored in the third by Edwards. He's got himself 7 assists and 3 steals, which leads the game right now for his team. We start off the fourth quarter. 7-point lead for Minnesota. Loose ball inside the key. That's the 15th turnover of the night for Phoenix. The pass goes across the floor. Alexander Walker at the left wing. Towards his right, swings it off to Conley. Lobs it off to Gobert. Backs his way on Durant. Underneath the key, Durant held up Gobert, and Durant picks up foul number 3. So this will send Rudy Gobert to the free throw line shooting 2. 11:33 left to go. Even with a bad game today by Edwards, this says a lot for Minnesota. Just a gritty, physical type of game to overcome the struggles by Edwards. Only 20% shooting, somehow, some way, finding their way tonight and doing it at the free throw line. They're now 22 for 26 on free throws as a team, as Gobert buries the first one. Free throws helping out the cause in a major direction tonight for Minnesota. Second one right down the middle. 9-point lead for the T-Wolves, looking to go up 2-0 in the series. The better seed, the home team, has won every single game so far. 15 turnovers by Phoenix, resulting in 25 points scored off of those turnovers by Minnesota. Phoenix just scored with a quick 2 to bring themselves a win in 7, made by Booker. T-Wolves with possession. Gobert is on the floor with McDaniels, Alexander Walker, Conley, and Cat. Edwards currently getting a breather on the bench. Missed jumper by Conley. Offensive rebound tipped right back to him now. Alexander Walker accelerates, floats up the runner over Nurkic, and he drops it in for 2. Nurkic playing drop coverage, not on him completely. Leads the tier, dropped by Nikhil. Top of the key 3. Eric Gordon splashes it. Really needed something from the bench. They just got that. 6-point game. Mike Conley brings it up the floor. Had a cutter backdoor. Didn't see him though. Now he has another cutter backdoor with Rudy Gobert with a 2-handed flush. Nurkic out of position right there defensively. Picking apart Nurkic on back-to-back plays for the T-Wolves offense. Gobert's got 16. At the left wing, it's Beal. Beal's on the floor with Gordon, Nurkic, Booker, and Durant. Beal sends it outside over to Booker. Booker at the edge of the midcourt logo. Booker, double team, passes away from his teammate. Oh, it's a big U. That's a turnover. Devin Booker well off the mark of the pass to Bradley Beal as Beal moved off his spot, sailed right into the front row of the seats. That is the 16th turnover in the game of the Suns with over 10 minutes left to go. Minnesota off the lob had it deflected, intercepted. Phoenix has it back. Booker leaning into contact. Booker with an offensive foul. It goes right back over to Minnesota. He's signaling challenge. Frank Vogel ripped at the officials right now. Minnesota with all the momentum. Vogel signaling timeout. He wants a challenge right now. 9:55 left to go. Phoenix keeps on letting this game slip out of their hands. It's going to be 0-2 for the Suns as Booker had his arm clutched with Towns and tried to float it up. He tried to float it up in there, and the referees called it on Booker offensively. Phoenix is challenging this, so we'll see what happens here coming back from the timeout, but holy smokes. A lot going on there in the previous couple of sequences. A terrible foul commit, or a terrible turnover before that by Booker. Way too many turnovers tonight. 25 points scored off of turnovers for Minnesota's offense tonight. 17 for turnovers for Phoenix. They got 17 turnovers. I had one under actually at 16. They've got 17 when I just checked the box. And then Booker just got called in the offensive foul. He tried to drive on Cat, and both of them clutch arms off the drive. So right now, Phoenix is challenging this. Pacers leading by 5 at the half over Milwaukee, 60-55. And this game has been wild. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well to be notified here for future live streams. And feel free to come back in tomorrow night for Celtics against Heat. 7 p.m. starts a little bit earlier tomorrow than the usual 7:30 time, so it does start at the top of the hour at 7 p.m. Make sure to come back in if you like as well for that one. We got a very tight poll in here. Phoenix actually leads the poll 51-49 right now. So let me know out in the chat who you like for this one here. Phoenix or Minnesota. Hey, appreciate it, Michael. Legends on the stream. Thanks so much, brother. Yeah, this has been intense right now. Good to cover every second with it, with passion, intensity, emotion. And wow, things have really ramped up here in the game. 9:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. T-Wolves by 8. You can credit a lot of free throws being made today, helping them out. 22 for 26 at the free throw line for Minnesota. It's been an off game by Anthony Edwards, but still, their depth with their starting five is just overwhelming Phoenix at this moment. Phoenix has 5 guys currently in double figures. They just got Gordon to get into double figures recently, so he was the 5th to score double digits tonight. So this is being challenged on the floor. Initial call, offensive foul by Devin Booker, and it stands. So that is an offensive foul. Somebody in the crowd with a Devin Booker crybaby shirt in the crowd, as we just saw on the B-roll shot of the screen. Back to action. Conley, bounce pass, Gobert, passes off to the cutter. Underneath, there goes Towns, and he scores. Backdoor with a layup. 10-point lead, largest lead for the second time tonight here for Minnesota. Durant, bounce pass over to Booker at the top of the key. Down to 9.5 left to go in the fourth. Booker at the top brings along a double team. Booker has to get it away. 8 on the shot clock. Booker standing there at the top looking to pass it to somebody. Then Beal finally comes open. Beal at the wing. Dribbles up. 2 in the shot clock. Has to take it. Beal, shot clock's winding down. Jumper. Point 2. No good. Bricked off the back rim. Rebound secured by Towns. And Minnesota here will slow it down. At the right wing with Conley. 9 minutes left to go, approaching the mark. Moves it off to Gobert, swings it outside. Here's a 3, McDaniels. Missed off the mark, skidded off the rim. Offensive rebound, Conley, right place, right time. Takes the 3. Swoosh! Mike Conley, bang, bang, wide open. Off the offensive rebound, delivers. Largest lead in the game, 17 by Mike Conley, a giant killer on a 3 right there. Booker with a 3, missed off the rim, no good. The energy is sucked right out of Devin Booker, the Phoenix Suns squad team right now. Nothing is going right for the Suns. Minnesota with a ball, top of the key to Towns. 7-zip run, last 2 minutes plus. Towns gives it over to McDaniels, makes the cut, slices his way right to the defense, and he scores up and good. It is through for 2. What was that right there by Nurkic? Terrible defense. 91-76, largest lead of the game. The Suns about to go down 0-2 in the series, and it's another big U. Devin Booker bobbles it off the dribble handoff, lost it. It's the 18th turnover of the game for the Suns. Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham, what do they have in common? Coaching atrocities here in the playoffs right now. 91-76, they had a 9-point lead at one point in this game for Phoenix. Dribble, drive, right down the lane inside, he scores. It is good for 2 with a finger roll by Jaden McDaniels. Everything going well for Minnesota right now, and a timeout taken on the floor by Frank Vogel. 7:51 left to go. 2-0 for the T-Wolves. Major run right now for Minnesota. Turnovers. That's going to crush you in the playoffs. 18 turnovers by Phoenix, resulting in 29 points off of those turnovers scored tonight for Minnesota. Devin Booker has been a turnover nightmare tonight in this game. He's got 5. Jaden McDaniels has taken over. He's a plus 24 on the floor. Just scored the last bucket. 22 by McDaniels tonight. 9 for 16 shooting. Minnesota, with their balance right now, is just overwhelming Phoenix. Phoenix has just such limited depth. It's not going to get them any place. I mean, this is looking like a sweep here. out of all these series games, this has been like the biggest blowout one so far. Just going to check on the Pacers. Bucks scored. Yeah, the Pacers are looking good right now. Pacers lead 69-58 over Milwaukee. So we might finally have in one of the road teams finally win a game. This is the 12th game of the playoffs right here. And this is looking like KD is going to go down 0-4 in this series. This is not even with a... I mean, Anthony Edwards didn't even go off tonight. He's got just 12 points on 20% shooting. And look at the scoreboard. Phoenix with 18 turnovers is down by 17 right now. Like, imagine if Edwards goes off like he does in the last game. It's game over. Just like that. 20, 25, 30-point blowouts. I think this one's looking like a sweep here, based on the first two. Murner, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I'll be back tomorrow night covering Celtics against Heat if you'd like to come on back in. All the big names for Phoenix. Big three. Just can't get it done. Just some really, really bad basketball is being displayed the last 5 minutes for Devin Booker. He's up to 5 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He's had a sequence winning the last 5 possessions. He's had 2 turnovers and an offensive foul. So we come back from the timeout, under 8 minutes left to play. Booker with the ball, bounce pass gets sent off to Durant. Durant hands it off to Beal. Beal, almost traveled with that right there. Eubanks at the top of the key, hands it off to Booker. Bounce pass off the roll down. Eubanks throws it down with a right-handed punch down. So he soared up to the rim there with a dunk. 15-point game. 7.5 left to go in the fourth. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, pass off to Karl-Anthony Towns, lobs it down low, Gobert. He's defended by Gordon on the mismatch. Up fake, off the Cat. Cat shovels it inside, intercepted by Durant. Durant pushes up the floor to Booker. Booker passes down low, Eubanks, spin move. Eubanks off the glass, no good, fell down. No call by the referees as it goes back to Minnesota with a defensive rebound. Transition 3, Edwards, right down the middle, he drills it. Anthony Edwards in a laser straight away from the top in transition. 96-78. Under 7 minutes left to go. Minnesota's going to go up 2-0 in the series. Gordon jacks up the 3. Connects on it. 96-81. A little bit of signs of life here for Phoenix, but this is going to be tough to come by. It's the top defense in the league. 15-point advantage for Minnesota. Edwards getting hot right now recently. Edwards drives. Edwards off the glass, too strong. Offensive rebound. Back to Edwards for the moment, but he pushed off on the board. So Edwards gets called for the foul, pushing off on the rebounds. Or no, he actually need Beal. Okay, so it wasn't on the rebound initially. That was a really late whistle then. I thought it was on the glass. But he need Beal to the face. That was kind of delayed right there by the officials. Beal has it. Beal dribbles up inside a key. Beal circles around. Beal double team. Beal, tough shot, no good. Contested by McDaniels. Rebound secured here for the T-Wolves. And Minnesota going to slow it down. They'll take a timeout with 6:04 left to play. Dominant fourth quarter for Minnesota, leading 18-10 in the fourth quarter box right now, stretching out their lead. 96-81. Dor Lador in the street, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. I'm from the U.S., so unfortunately I can't read some of that, but looks like he's got some stuff about Durant and Curry with their ring in the past. And, yeah, KD looking like he could possibly be swept here this series. Pacers leading by 7 against the Bucks, 69-62 with 8 minutes left to go in the third. This might be one of these playoffs years that we move on to the second round as soon as possible. This is looking like it right now based on the early games. 0 road teams winning. Minnesota, if they're able to close this one out, they're going to be the 12th straight home team, better seed to win in this playoffs. The better seed won every single game won for the first time since 2013 over the weekend. And that trend has continued with the 3 wins yesterday, including 2 come-from-behind wins by Denver at the buzzer with Jamal Murray. They trailed by 20 against the Lakers, came back and won. And then the massive collapse by Philadelphia in the final 45 seconds to surrender the lead to the Knicks. And the Knicks came back and won. Every single series has had the home team win so far. The better seed has won. Minnesota's looking to be the 12th home team, or 12th game in a row that the home team has won. Since every single team that's been home, the better seed has won. And that was a missed shot by Minnesota. Quick up the floor went Booker. Booker was able to score. They called Minnesota on a goaltending violation charge to McDaniels. Now the 5:42 left to play. 13-point game right now. Mike Conley on the floor with Rudy Gobert, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards. Edwards has it at the left wing perimeter. Edwards dribbles up to the top of the key. Edwards draws a double team. Edwards drives down to the low block. Edwards triple team, swings the pass out to the corner. Booker came up with a steal, flung it back to the wrong player though. A 3 taken by Alexander-Walker, came off the rim short. Huge hustle play down the near side as the tip-in got sent over to Gobert. Off a trail to the hoop, and Gobert got fouled. Not sure who it was down the near side, but that was just all heart and soul there for the loose ball. Let's see. This Edwards. Tipped. It's Conley. Conley, what a save. Diving right into the first row of the seats. Mike Conley, major save off the loose ball, near side of the floor, diving right into the first row of the seats. Tipped it off to Gobert. Gobert went downhill to the rim and got fouled. And we get a technical foul picked up by Frank Vogel as well for Phoenix. So this just adds insult to injury. A comeback here looking for the Suns, and your head coach gets called in the technical, chirping to the officials. So this will send Conley to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Yeah, this is looking more and more like a sweep. Each and every single second here. 5:17 left to go. The lack of depth, losing Grayson Allen, and just frustration boiling over for the Sun squad right now. It's looking more and more like Phoenix is going to get swept. Second free throw is good. So Conley buried the first one on the technical. And now this is Gobert at the line. So Gobert made the first out of 2. 98-83. Pacers are leading by 7 against the Bucks. 74-67 with under 7 left to go in the third. Second free throw is good. 99-83. 5:17 left. This will be 2 blowout wins for the T-Wolves and also a clinic at the free throw line. 25-29 tonight on the free throws. Phoenix went 14 for 17. The difference in tonight's game being turnovers and points off turnovers. 19 turnovers. That will never get you out of the first round. Never even close. Eubanks, hook shot blocked by Gobert. Under 5 left to go. Grayson Allen went down with an ankle injury in the third quarter. So he got rolled out for Grayson Allen. So they're minus a player. Looked like a pretty bad ankle injury. McDaniels tees up a 3. Triple digits on the board for the T-Wolves. 102-83-25 by McDaniels. He's the top scorer in the game tonight. 19-point lead when Edwards has just 15 points on 3 for 11 shooting. Phoenix gets the bucket down low. 17-point game approaching 4 minutes left to play. Edwards will slow down tempo. Edwards at the target center logo. Moves it off the screen, off to Conley. Wide open three, came off the rim short. Rebound control by Durant. They were up early on, +8 in the glass for Phoenix to begin this game. They're only +1 right now, though. Durant jumper, deep two, connects on it. 15-point game now, and Phoenix will burn a timeout here. They're out of timeouts. 102-87. That was the last timeout burned for the Suns tonight. I'm going to go no for Phoenix. So they definitely don't have a chance of winning this one right now. They look like they're defeated. They look like they're done. A lot of just terrible turnovers in the second half. And frustration boiling over for them. And I honestly think for the series right now, I think they potentially are going to get swept. And the more I look at it, I think more and more they're going to get swept for them. Minnesota's way too deep. I mean, Edwards had by far not even close to the best game that he could deliver today. Edwards was going off the last game for 33, but most of those points were scored in the third quarter in game 1. Tonight, he's only got 15 on 3 for 11 shooting. That's a bad sign for Phoenix. They're down by 15 points when Edwards has really struggled to make his shots. So I think Phoenix very well is going to get swept in this series. And this defense from Minnesota is having KD seeing double. Once again, this is looking like Brooklyn versus Boston all over again. At least that series was close. That series at least was close. This one, not so much in the first two games right now. Durant puts up the shot, came off the rim short. He got fouled. 3:26 left to play. Hey, what's good? Gem on the stream. Welcome in. Like an SGA for MVP. Yeah, I think it's much closer there between SGA and Jokic for MVP. So Minnesota, if they can close it out, they'd be the 12th home team to win in a row. We'll see if that stands after the Pacers-Bucks tonight. Pacers lead by 9 with 5:20 left to go. 79-70 Indiana. So, yeah, Alex puts out here a home team winning streak. Yeah, Pacers right now. Looking to see if they can end that here. Durant makes the first free throw. KD second free throw, no good. Came off the rim short. That is uncharacteristic KD at the free throw line. That was well short off the front rim. 3:15 left. Conley off the handoff, receives it from Gobert. Conley gets bumped into by Nurkic and fouled. And this will stop the clock here with 3:12. Booker's got 20. Durant with 18. Durant's just 6 for 15 shooting. Beal just 6 for 17. Booker's been the best player efficiency-wise out of the big three and 6 for 13, but his turnover issues have been bad tonight in this game. At the corner, Conley keeps it alive. Lob over the top for Gobert. Gobert got rejected by Durant. Refs let them play on with 3 minutes left. Goes up the floor to Beal. Moves it across the court to Nurkic. If you're Phoenix, you got to get into something quickly here. Too much dribbling. Durant, top of the free throw circle. Durant towards his left. Brings along a double, and Gobert picks up the reach-in foul. So 2:46 left to play. If you're Phoenix now, you had to go quick into the clock there and see if you can get a shot off. Something quick, but something that is moving the basketball along. And it's just way too much dribbling that they're doing. And Minnesota keeps on sending double teams along to pick up those dribblers right now. Durant brings along another double. Top of the key. Gordon took the three. Came off the rim. No good. Tipped off the mark. Missed by Nurkic. Battle for the loose ball. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker comes out with a defensive rebound into the hands of Edwards. And Booker picks up his 5th foul. Reaching in by Devin Booker. He's got number 5 now for personal fouls. 2:32 left. 14-point lead. The T-Wolves once again will slow it down. Top of the key, Edwards. 12 on the shot clock. Bounce past the right wing. Up fake. Here they go. Downhill to the rim. Nickeil with a left hand. He scores. Up and off the backboard. Plus the foul. Bench points. Nickeil Alexander-Walker for 2 and 1. He got clipped at the back end of this play. If this is on Booker, he is done. And he is done. Devin Booker picks up his 6th foul. He is done for the game. Booker clipped. Nickeil at the backside of the play tried to go up for the steal. And Booker got him. Booker swiping at the basketball. Hands up. Defensive stance. Booker's going after the steal. He's going directly after the steal, seeing all ball, not with his hands up, contesting the shot. Not perfect defense, and 1. Fouled out, you're done. Free throw at the line is good by Alexander Walker. 105-88. Booker has to sit for the final 2:15. And Edwards gives a reach-and foul here at midcourt. So, this is what they look like on the floor here for Phoenix as they're going to go down to 0-2 in the series. Drew Eubanks is on the floor as they are severely depleted with players. They're done. They got reserves about to check onto the floor. Number 11, Bol checks in. David Roddy checks on the floor for Phoenix. Josh Okogie on the floor as well. Eubanks is out there too. Eubanks underneath puts up the shot. Missed off the rim, no good as Gobert collects the defensive rebound. And Minnesota still has their starters at the moment. And now they'll take the timeouts with 2:01 left to go and pull them. So the reserves come into the game in Minnesota with 2 blowout wins against Phoenix. It's looking more and more likely that KD's going to get swept once again in the playoffs. 2:01 left to go. 105-88 Minnesota. Feel free to join me back in tomorrow night for Celtics against Heat. If you're new with the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. The big stat tonight being turnovers. 20 turnovers for the Suns in this game, resulting in 31 points off turnovers scored by Minnesota. 31-2 is the points off turnover margin in favor of the T-Wolves tonight. Devin Booker fouled out. 6 turnovers as well. Durant missed 11 shots, 18 points in 41 minutes. I remember when he was dropping down 40 in 40 minutes against Giannis 3 years ago in the playoffs. That foot on the line really changed his playoff career and basically the legacy as we know KD with that foot on the line back in Game 7, Bucks against Nets 3 years ago in the playoffs. Never just had it ever since. Got eliminated in a sweep against Boston 2 years ago. And looking like KD could very well go down in a sweep once again in this series here. Minnesota just overwhelming Phoenix by a landslide in the series. Jordan McLaughlin, skip pass, right corner. Inside the paint, goes out to the touch pass, left corner. McLaughlin on the rainbow 3. Missed off the mark, no good. Bol collects the defensive rebounds. Final minute and a half left to go. Bol, guarded by McLaughlin at the elbow. Roddy receives the handoff from Eubanks, and Roddy gets bumped into by number 7 for the T-Wolves with Wendell Moore Jr. So this will stop the clock with 1:12 left to play. What's good? Big Gordon on the stream. Welcome in. Inbound for Phoenix. Phoenix will jack up a 3, and it goes in. Too little too late, though. Nasir Little connects on the 3. Final minute left to play. Minnesota's going to go up 2-0 in the series, and actually this poll is very close. 51-49 Minnesota. Just going to put an end to that poll right now as it's been closed out since the T-Wolves took this one by ease. McLaughlin moves it out on top, a 3 around the rim and out. Battle for the rebound, and it's picked up in the corner by Bol for the Suns. Dominance once again from Minnesota. Back-to-back games that they allow the Phoenix Suns to below 100 points in the 90s. And back-to-back games, jumper is good. And this will go down as double-digit leads. 12th game in the NBA playoffs that the home team has come out victorious. We'll see if that streak continues tonight. The Pacers right now are leading the Bucks by 4 with 3 minutes left to play in the third. 82-78. So we'll see if finally either the Pacers or the Mavs can come through. But tonight, the Minnesota Timberwolves go up 2-0 in the series against the Phoenix Suns as this game goes final. 105-93 Minnesota as they continue their incredible season for the T-Wolves. Turnovers. That is the story of this game here today. 20 turnovers by Phoenix, resulting in 31 points scored off of those turnovers by Minnesota. And just a horrific game displayed in the second half by Phoenix, where the Suns could only muster 42 points in half number 2. And Minnesota outscored Phoenix 56-42 in half 2 to pick up the win. Phoenix at one point led by 9 points in this game. It blew a 9-point lead. Minnesota led as many by 19, surging in a big way in this fourth quarter. The scary thing about it is, if you're a Suns fan here, is that this is looking likely that this could go down as a sweep in this series. And Anthony Edwards tonight, he struggled. He only had 15 points. He went just 3 for 12 shooting in 38 minutes. You got a normal game out of Anthony Edwards where he went off for 33 in game 1 then. Yikes, you're cooked right there if you're the Suns. And right now, this just too many players for Minnesota in terms of depth is just overwhelming Phoenix. And this matchup, and things get a whole lot tougher for the Suns today as Grayson Allen went down in the third quarter due to an ankle injury and then was rolled out for the remaining part of this game. Jaden McDaniels, top scorer in the game, 25 points tonight from McDaniels on 10 for 17 shooting. 18 by Gobert with 9 rebounds, 18 points by Mike Conley, 15 by Edwards in an off game for him, but still, double-digit win for Minnesota either way. 12 points by Cat. He had an off game starting off. He only played 8 minutes in the entire first half due to deep foul trouble for Cats. And off the bench, 10 points by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Thanks so much all for joining in. Be a part of the stream for this one tonight. Feel free to join me back tomorrow night for Celtics versus Heat. We're going to wrap up here. Minnesota goes up 2-0 in a series against Phoenix. Final score 105-93. And we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We have Jason, Warren, Rajib, I Am Ghost, David, Asia, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Vegas, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Guido, Tristan, SG Sports Talk, Ice Baby, Robin, Melinda, and Jack City. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream for this one here. Minnesota leading 2-0 in the series against Phoenix. Final score 105-93 as the T-Wolves win. Thanks for joining in, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.